She said she didn't cook them long enough. Well, I'll put them back in the oven. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't cook. I'd probably fuck up a potato too.
All right. So when last we left our heroes, you guys had just finished fending off a ambush on your caravan that was set up by someone who appears to be trying to take Arkis away, supposedly to where he lives before. You don't know. He's revealed little to you, but that's for the future to decide. You also were gracious enough to heal this guy's last two remaining men because he treated you respectfully, and you're going to let him go, I believe, and he's going to try to lead a life free from Arkis's grandmother's clutches. Hopefully, if he can survive. And it's yeah. So as you finally release him and let him go, unless you had any more questions to ask him, it's going to be about sunrise. And the road is open.
The way is shut.
Shuts, yes. So what are you guys gonna do? What are you doing?
I mean, I guess we'll get back on the road.
Well, that was weird.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no. Ow! I just cracked my neck.
I have no idea who's slept and who hasn't, and
well, I need to sleep.
I've slept pretty well.
I was whittling the whole time, I think.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, some of you may have gotten somewhat of a rest, but it's still pretty early in the morning. So I think if whoever's not driving the cart rests on the way to Nestora, you'll probably be fine. As far as long rest is concerned, I wouldn't say you've gotten it by now, but perhaps soon enough.
That would probably be a good idea, Kirsten. Let's actually look at your character sheet.
I have no problem jumping up front and oh, we lost Brad.
I'll sit by you and then just read my book.
Brad says we all go to level 10 automatically. Woo! He's yelling at me from the other room. I cannot hear him.
That's when Midnight takes over.
No.
We're all gonna die.
20 boons.
Ah, map. Big map again.
Yes, indeed. All right. So you guys are continuing down the road?
Yep.
Yeah.
Me and
I'm gonna.
I don't think. Oh yeah, no. I slept through that whole encounter. That's why I'm like, why am I not hurt? Why did I not use anything? I completely forgot. I was asleep during the entire battle, so no wonder I'm cool.
I don't think you were asleep.
No, we were
No,
fighting the
he
guys
put
in
me
the
to
back.
sleep.
No, that was the last fight.
Not this one. That
Was
was a
that the
couple
last
times ago.
one?
That was the last time
Oh.
our caravan was bolted menacingly.
Oh, well then I must just not have gotten hit or anything.
No, we didn't get hit because we one-shot them.
Oh yeah, they were super easy. Right, my bad.
Because we were whirling dervishes of doom.
You especially.
You killing, us just knocking people out.
Yeah, I didn't kill anybody. On
Until one
purpose.
On purpose.
I'm gonna sit next to Arkis as he drives the caravan reading my book.
Okay.
I go.
I'll sleep. Why not? Nothing better to do.
No.
Wait a minute. Hey, Brad.
Yeah.
I would say no to you.
Oh wait, never mind. You said that I had picked up the tonfas. We still have to add those to my inventory.
Yeah.
Because those
I'll find
make sense for me.
Yeah, I'll find you some stats in a little bit and get those to you.
All right.
All right. So you guys keep on. Some of you sleep and some of you not. After about.
Our paladin awakes.
Hey.
$10 says he's not using his new computer because he doesn't have a webcam for it.
Well,
I can
one, Brad can guarantee it for a different reason. 2, you're right, Peter. 3, I finally just got the last pieces I needed and got back from.
That was hilarious.
That
was hilarious.
Okay.
That was
I think something was hilarious.
back from food shopping. What are we? Is this the map?
Yep.
Zoom way out.
Yeah, I see that.
I took your idea with the maps on our other campaigns and
Cool.
applied it to this.
Very, very cool.
You are the yellow dot.
I was gonna say, what's with the yellow dot?
Well,
But you're the
We
you're the
all
even
live
smaller
in a
yellow dot.
yellow dot on the map.
Okay.
the gold thing is caravan. Everything else is us.
Okay.
Wait,
Cool.
Okay.
who's there?
Everybody, come say hi.
One sec, guys.
Ow.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Erica, we haven't seen you in so long.
Oh my god, you're alive? I thought you died.
Oh my god, you're alive! You made it back from food.
Why are you like pushing back?
Brad, are you shining a light at people?
Yes, I'm being very mysterious. Whatnot.
Normally those blinds are closed. He's in the bedroom.
Oh, I thought that was a flashlight. I got really confused. Okay. I know. Now that I think about it, that's a really stupid thing, but whatever.
Actually,
Okay.
Brad, that looks a lot like a flashlight. Good job.
See?
it does.
Not too crazy. All right. Farewell.
Bye.
See you later.
Eli Manning doing good.
Sorry for the delay. We can get going now.
No worries. So you make your way down the road, sleeping and reading as necessary. Another 5 hours passes, and you find yourself in front of the brew core that you drank at before. That's the place with all the samples and casks behind the counter. Are you going to stop there? It's about midday now. Well, it's actually, no, yeah, it's midday. It's like 11.
Might as well get a drink before we continue on to the story.
Sure, we could probably use some food too.
Why not?
Ugh.
All right. So you all, you know, find your way to the counter where there's all the various sampling casks out behind, and you see Burlock. He's sitting behind the counter, not really doing much. There's not too many customers in there, just sort of chilling.
Chilling out, relaxing, shooting some
welcome,
b-ball
my
by
friend.
the way.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I watched the game.
Hello.
It's good to see you again.
Y'all have a fine adventure. Hmm?
What time is it?
Indeed.
I guess so.
Say that.
Go look before you ask this.
Adventure, yes. Fine.
Right? Yep. Okay.
Kitten. Hi, Panther.
You want a drink or something? Yep.
Oh yeah. I want a good one.
I think Octa will have fairy fish.
I recall you like that one quite a bit. Yep.
I have one glass of fairy piss for me.
Doug is staying out with the equipment. He doesn't need much.
Get one of those dragon tires.
Well,
So he pours you, all your various drinks. And whatnot, and, Doc's outside by himself, pending after
Watch
the
the
horses.
Yeah, just watch
He's
the
all
caravan.
alone.
Arcus is gonna order like a full meal.
No, I just need to grab one thing.
You try to do that, and then he's like, "Well, see, we're just kind of a brewery here. We
My
don't
mistake.
really have no food for you."
My mistake.
Then
Then just a drink.
Hey,
Yeah, Brad, you might not be able to pull off voices today.
I do what I do when I do it.
Okay.
That was a sentence.
When you're hacking up a lung later, don't blame me for it.
I'm not. Why would I ever do that?
Because he's evil.
All right. So you guys are having a drink.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing? You're just hanging out.
hanging out.
Sure.
Okay.
Just chilling.
Break.
My wineskins are refilled already, so.
So you have your drink, and then I guess you make your way back out. There's really nothing going on here. It's a pretty quiet day at the brew tour.
Does
Hey, drinking.
somebody want to ask him if he was having any troubles due to shipments along this road?
Oh.
Did we ask him that?
I mean, as far as
we?
I can remember,
I think
the
you did
building,
that.
the only issues he was having was with the two farmers or whatever.
Oh,
the-
that's right.
Yeah.
Romeo and
the
Juliet.
goat farmer, or in the logger or something. I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
All right.
The little Romeo and Juliet bit.
So yeah, I guess you make your way out, start back on the road again.
Flip.
That's what we're doing. Yep. Foot. Yep.
No, flip. Reading my book.
All right.
Sounds good.
So you can. Are you keeping track of how many hours altogether?
Mhm.
Okay. So add that 5 that you just had, so on and so forth.
I'm at 13 now.
Plus another 5 hours as you're on the road, making your way back to Nostora. You get back there with no issue, and pull on into the city. Typical hustle and bustle for each.
Oh, Nestora. Hello.
Nobody responds around you. They're all pretty busy, and they give you kind of a weird look, and they're like, "Yeah, whatever."
Oh.
Don't worry about this.
I guess we can bring this straight over to Feckin's place.
Yeah, I
Yep.
figure we'll go to Frecken's first.
All right.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
So you wheel the cart over to the familiar spot where you bought some potions before, or at least where Arkis and Doc bought potions. I don't believe the rest of you went.
I was there.
Hal was right there. That's right. Make your way back. You get inside and you see Frecken behind the counter, reading some sort of large tome. And he greets you. Welcome, friends. What brings you in today?
Oh.
We have
Oh,
your missing shipment.
What? You just. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Gosh, that was a while ago. But you guys survived.
It's a long way to Vakaris. Arrakis.
Barak.
I can't pronounce it. Don't worry.
I suppose it is. I always have trouble with that one myself. I just call it the big V, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't get what you mean. What?
Don't worry about him. We'll teach him when he's ready.
Okay, all right. Thought that was a pretty good joke. No, it's wasted. Oh well.
It's alright.
Only on one member of
Oh,
the
not
crew.
fully wasted.
All right, fair enough. So yeah, you brought it back. Let's see, what payment did I agree on for you? I can't quite remember.
I have no idea.
I think we said.
I remember
You're the only one who
discounts.
takes notes.
I know.
Adventure.
Free potions for the eternity of the campaign.
I remember discounts were.
I don't know if he's really that much in debt to us.
Yeah, the discount sounds familiar, but that's about it.
We've been, let's see, it took us about, how long would you guys say, a couple days to get the whole thing sorted out?
30% off.
There was what, 5 days ride to Arrakis, 5 days ride home, something like that.
A day and a half in Arrakis.
There's a day and a half in Arrakis, so we're talking probably a fortnight worth of expenses. Plus that whole bit with being, captured and locked in a dungeon.
Yeah, but we gotta keep in
What?
mind, we did get a pretty good haul from the mansion itself, so we don't really need to blind the dude dry. Or,
That's neither here nor there.
No idea.
I don't want to be ridiculous about it, but let's say
30% off.
You want
wait,
30% off just one item.
20
No
silver
one item.
for health potions.
20
No,
silver.
always.
That's it. Okay.
no, hang on, Brad.
You guys are saying a lot of stuff. I'm just picking up on the last thing I can hear.
We can tell. All right. So, do we want straight up payment from him, or do we want to get try to get a discount from him for the rest of the campaign?
I'm gonna say discount.
Well,
I'm
Yes,
voting
yes,
on
yeah,
discount.
probably a long-running discount would be happier.
Like 15-20%.
Just as a point of out of character, so we all kind of have an understanding of apparently modest living conditions for 5e. It's like 1 gold per day per person. So 6 of us for 14 days or whatever. is 100 gold ish.
I don't know if I really want
Just
to.
as a-
I mean, I agree that the
No, I-
potion.
No, I agree that
Yeah.
the discount is better. Just as we do these negotiations in the future, bear the
Let's-
cost of living kind of stuff in mind.
He may try to barter us down. So why don't we start at like a 30% discount anytime we shop there, and then
That's fine with me.
30% discount,
I'll let you guys deal with this.
and he'll identify potions for us for free.
oh well, that'd be nice.
Mm.
All right, we'll start with that. 30% off each time we shop here, and if we bring a potion for identification, you have to do it for free.
Oh, that's I don't mind identifying things. That's my pleasure, but 30% is quite hefty. I mean, especially for some of my bigger products.
Well, 30% is 30%.
Come back at us.
That's still just 30% off of whatever you're charging for your bigger items.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's a lot of gold. What about just 5%? That's not too much, right?
25.
I'm gonna say that we risk our lives for this stuff, and so that you can be able to produce this stuff. So I'm gonna say 30% is
What?
really fair.
Where's my bar up here?
Okay,
Which
so
bar?
The bar where I can move the tabs
I'll,
over.
I don't want to offend the
You
dude.
can move them over.
I'll make a persuasion check
Top,
with
and there's like this.
advantage because Octa is helping.
Tab this in, but
Oh.
Go, Vala. Yeah, Vala!
Nice. Good roll, good roll.
Yeah. So well,
Give me
Holy
6.
persuasion.
that's mighty persuasive of you.
His plus
Um,
8. Holy shit.
I'll tell you what, 25% off any purchase.
Works for me.
That's fine.
Final offer.
I'll take a quarter off the price of any potion. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Octa reaches out to shake his hand.
He takes your hand and shakes it vigorously. All right then. But I may call on you in the future, and I won't be so generous next time.
We'll be
Not a
around.
problem.
Fair enough.
All right.
Let's see.
You guys need anything while you're here? I got some new potions
Well,
that I've.
we should
maybe
probably
have
load all
anything.
your stuff into your shop, right?
What's
I
that?
might have.
We haven't loaded your stuff in yet.
No problem.
There
It was
now.
under the view tab under.
Well, that's all still glassware. So, he had a few to make potions and stuff. That's separate from the
Oh.
records.
I've got a green potion and a dark black potion that I would like him to identify.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
does anyone else? I don't have any potions on me, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure those are the other ones we got.
I need to start taking notes on this.
If you could let us
so
know what
t-
these are.
Hi, yeah. Let me take a look at them.
Trying to eat Daddy's arm.
Who takes them back?
That's because arms are delicious.
Yes, they are delicious. What do you have in the way of healing potions, sir?
I think you cleaned me out last time. I haven't been able to make any sense. Fortunately.
If I were to say place an order for them, how long would it take to get a few made up?
Ooh, I'd say maybe a couple days, perhaps.
Fair enough. I'd like to put some on order and have them delivered to my my in room.
All right. How many do you want? And just regular standard strength, or something a bit more powerful this time?
If you got something with a little more punch, that'd be good. But if it's easier to get the standards, I can survive with those.
All right.
And we'll call it 5 potions.
5 potions. All right. One moment. Let me tabulate that.
And would you happen to sell any belts meant to carry potions here as well, or would I have to go find myself a leatherer for that?
No, I've got a few myself. They're over on the wall there. Just about let's just say gold a piece. And for the 5 of them, I'm gonna need 250 gold altogether.
That's with our discount.
That is with your discount, indeed. Yep.
Can I insight check that? I don't believe he took the discount.
He totally.
Yeah, I don't think you did.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
You guys are being jerks.
Insight. Oh, Vic's on disadvantage. Not that it would have helped. It would
The
have
other one's
forced
a
his
three.
head,
Got a
but
4 instead.
It was your first
although
one anyway.
your first roll was 2 anyway. So
yeah.
all right. So Pow, you look this guy in the eyes, and having drank a lot recently, you're still probably a bit wiser than normal. So you recognize that he is indeed telling the truth. And Vic, you're like, his eyes are kind of pretty.
How you doing?
Vic, I could toss
How
you.
you doing?
I could.
Sounds like a
I
good
could
price to me.
toss some in there for you. I could split that with you if you want.
Oh, the
Okay,
cost
thank
is no problem.
Okay,
I'm good. I'm good.
just making sure.
So it's 251 for the 5 potions in the belt.
Yep, that'll be it.
All right.
All right. So let me give me a moment to take a look at these potions here, and I'll get right back to you.
Sounds good.
So what do we have to do here, guys? We have to go back to.
I, for one, think we ought to go sell all them gems we're carrying around for absolutely no reason. Just saying.
That's true.
Definitely a good idea.
I want to buy some arrows.
Everybody got some. I'm pretty sure I
wanna
had
buy
a
a
list.
blowgun.
Does
I need to
anybody
go
have a
find-
list of who took what for the first time we got gems? Not this most recent time, but the
I've
first time.
just got
I
the
don't.
gem
I just have a list of
took.
gems that I'm carrying currently.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Is what I've.
Well,
what
yeah,
the
as long as
gems I
everybody's
took
got-
were.
As long as everybody's got their own stuff, we should be all right.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. I don't.
I need to go buy a blowgun.
That's a new problem. The only I have
Hey.
a list. I have a list of everything we picked up this most recent time. As well
You're
as
scrolling
as well as what I
long
took
way.
specifically.
I wrote it on a piece of paper that ended up getting thrown away.
Fail.
Yes. You are correct, sir.
I need to go buy a blowgun at some point so I can actually use this ammunition I have.
Oh, that's right. You got the darts, but no blowgun.
Yep.
At this point, Brecken turns around and he's like, "Oh, pretty interesting collection you found here. Might I ask where you found them? That's kind of a weird assortment."
When we took care of the caravan problem for good, so nothing else would be stolen, this was amongst our spoils.
Loot.
What she said.
Can
All right.
Vala, can you please be holding out your loot when you do that?
Yes.
So he's like, "Yeah, all right. So this green one here, call it a potion of animal friendship. Drink it, and you get to be all buddy with animals."
Sounds
Cool.
gross.
All animals?
Doc?
Well, yeah, pretty much anything that's actually properly an animal. Some weird creatures or strange things from beyond this world, they won't necessarily respond. But
No, but like, you drink it and you can talk to, be friends with all animals in the vicinity. Everyone?
and anyone you meet while you're still under the effects, it'll last for an hour.
Cool.
Yeah, and the other one is it's a poison of some sort. My skill's not quite good enough to identify exactly what it does, but it seems to make whoever gets struck by it sort of become incorporeal for a little while. I can't tell you how long or how strong the effect is, but
So,
It's
I
they,
hold on to that
poison.
so
one.
do they drink it, or is it like I smash it at their feet?
well, it's a poison. I mean, if you're in that business of using them, usually you put them on a blade.
Ah, I see.
Take a look at that. I can hold on to that one. What do I call that?
Just call it a poison of etherealness.
Poison of fury.
Call it Hamlet's father.
Excuse me. All right, can I do anything else for you guys?
I'm
Making anything new while we were gone.
Shit. I forget if I found anybody in the city who can do this, but I've got a couple spell scrolls that I would like to get identified. If you know anybody in the area.
Let me think. I've got a friend. He's pretty good at that. He's over. He's in the rich quadrant over there on the east side of the city.
Mhm.
His name's Gerund.
Jerund.
Gerund Draxbane. That's his name.
Baron Drax.
And while we've been gone, has your husband made any additional mention of the Crimson Claw?
Oh, well, he tries not to bring work home, but what he does accidentally let slip in his, his rants. It sounds like they've gone down to the sewers a little bit and tried to investigate, but it's pretty dangerous down there. So, not much. You might be better off going to ask him. I'd say.
Well, I'm game for some danger, so.
Alright, am I.
You do seem like a capable sword.
Huh. Wait, I'm really weak.
Alright.
So you guys heading out?
Yeah, I'd like to head over to Garen Draxbane's place.
Take care then. Bye bye.
If he told me where it is, or if I just ask around a little bit.
It's on the east side of the city.
Mhm.
Kind of. I mean, you can ask around, find out where the
Octa, you
sort
want
of
to
rich
go back to
quadrant
that
is.
little shanty place that was over there in the bad part of town?
Do we not have anything important to do right now?
I mean, our next stop,
at some point,
our next
we
stop
gotta
is
chase.
just going to the check out the Crimson Claw.
Yeah, that's.
But I think we should take care of some little things now.
We've got the whole expedition site thing to eventually embark on, but we should probably get the claw thing out of the way first.
Get and sell all our stones.
And that.
That's why I was looking back in the chat log to see the list, because I would remember which ones I took if I could see the list. From the first time, at least.
I have the second list. If you need that.
I'll see if I can find that list for you. I should have them both saved.
I don't know how or why I threw that piece of paper away, but it happened, and I feel like stupido.
All right. So you're talking about the one when you were in the basement with the giant skeleton and all that?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
That was the first pile of gems that we found.
Yeah, let me see here.
So, Pow, you took the ethereal poison, right?
Yes, I have the poison of etherealness.
Oh, messages.
Here we go.
Going,
I got it.
going. Oh, you got it?
Yeah. All right. There you go.
Give it.
I took the zircon from that one.
That's the OG list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how gangster it is, but
I'm pretty sure I took the Star Rose Quartz and the Moonstone. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
There was only one Moonstone, so I probably took one other thing, but I know for a fact I took the 2 Star Rose Quartz. Yeah, I definitely took the 2 Star Rose Quartz and Moonstone.
What?
Unless someone else has a list that's proving me wrong, I'm almost certain of that.
Oh, I took the Jasper and the Onyx off that, so.
all right. So Arkis, you find your way to the east side. Go ahead and make an investigation check to see if you can find the shop within the quadrant you're looking for.
Okie dokie.
Here we go.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I found it.
You happen to find a guy who actually works there, and he's like, "Yeah, you know what? I just got off lunch, so I'm gonna head back now. If you just want to walk with me."
Sounds good.
So you guys head back. You walk inside, and it's actually quite large for a magic shop. It's not, it doesn't fit the typical standard, tiny little hovel with a lot of things dangling from the ceiling. It's actually very well organized. Everything's laid out in rows, and everything has its own place. And there are display cases for each, artifact and item and whatnot.
Does this place have a name?
What's that?
The name of the store?
There is no name. There's a sign that hangs off the front of it that you can see like a shower of sparks, kind of indicating that it's a magic shop, but otherwise you don't really know. It doesn't have a name.
Place sounds glorious.
Is this just a normal magic shop that he's going to, or
What do you mean?
I was wondering because you said that I couldn't figure out the magic on the rapier even after I looked at it for a while.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah. So okay, that means I took 1 star rose quartz. And I don't know. I think maybe did each of us take 2 or 3? Either way.
I think each of us took 2 from that.
I think
I
I
took
had
1,
2
everyone
from
else took
the
2.
first, and then 1 from the second one. I have like 3 or 4 gems written down.
All I have is quartz. All I have is quartz and jade.
From the first one, I took 1, everyone else took 2.
Alright, so
Anyway,
I'd like to go
you said I couldn't figure out the magic from the rapier, and I would be interested in finding someplace that could tell me about it. But I don't know if I would need to go to just a general magic shop or a magic weapons specialty store. Or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, pretty much if you're looking for magic weapons, either a blacksmith will have one special, or a magic shop will have them. It happens to be equipped like that. It's really just sort of depends on the shop. Is everybody come with Arkis, or did he go by himself?
I'm gonna go sell gems.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
I'll go with Arkis. I'll give my gems to Octa. Just be like, you can sell these for me.
I'm gonna go do the womanizing thing and not sell my gems.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna give my gems
Alright.
to Pow for him to sell.
Which ones do you have here?
While we're looking for a place to sell the gems, I'm gonna keep an eye out for a store that seems likely to be able to tell me about the magic on the rapier.
Okay. I'll keep that
I
in
think
mind.
you'd probably be good in the store I'm going to.
Excuse me.
I mean, you might as well check.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, any wizard who has the identify spell can tell you what an enchantment is.
Exactly.
Just whether or not you can buy them, that's that's the other option. The other spectrum.
Whoa.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go up to the front desk or whatever, see who's there.
Yeah. Behind the desk, you see a nice old lady. She's like, "Oh, hello, dearie. What can I get for you today?"
I was wondering if you could possibly identify a couple spell scrolls that I have.
Why, of course. Please.
How much do you charge for each?
Well, let me think here. Usually it's about 125 per item. Although, if you have 3 or more items, I can do a little bit of a discount for you, bulk pricing, that kind of thing. Yeah.
I do have 3.
Oh, how fortunate, sir. All right then. So that will just be 100 each. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it.
All right then. Let's see here. Taking a look at the first one. What is the first one? Right, so the first one is a fireball.
It's a fireball.
Yay!
Peter, sorry, really quick question. Were there amber and garnet in the most recent pile of gems?
Okay.
Yeah, here, I'll just copy it and put it in.
Okay. Well, no, I got it. I have a actually have that one. All right. Thank you.
Let's see. So the second one is actually a invisibility spell. Quite useful, I think.
Definitely.
Are that 2 invisibility spell things that we've gotten so far?
No, I don't. Maybe I don't know. I can't remember.
Because you said the potion.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't think we
can't-
got that about it.
Pretty sure it's the only one.
Oh, I thought the potion was an invisibility thing as well.
No, it's etherealness.
Ethereal.
I
Sorry.
thought,
My
I
bad.
thought before we had a potion of invisibleness. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
We had a potion
We
of
do, I don't have
slickness.
it.
I know
Good
we have
then.
that. I have that. Slickety slick.
All right, and the last one is a cloud of daggers.
Oh, I remember reading that. I remember reading about that.
Oh, that sounds
Yes.
like fun.
quite a vicious one, I think.
Definitely.
Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
I think that's all I need today.
All right then.
And your name
You
was?
said. I'm sorry.
Your name was?
Oh, Patricia.
My real name's Fat Patricia.
Well, thank you very much, Patricia. You have been wonderful.
Not at all, dear. Would your friend like it?
Doc, do you need anything?
I'm sorry, I missed that last part.
I was turning to Doc and saying, asking if he needed anything. Right? Because that's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, Doc's with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why she was asking.
Yeah.
Kyle.
God, I think you're muted.
Sorry, I'm doing quite fine, thank you. I'm all well. I just enjoy being surrounded by magic and.
What were the gems that you so I can give you your funds back from selling them? Just how many did you give me and what were their price? Thank you.
There it is.
How many of each did you have though?
One of each.
Okay. Sorry.
Actually, we still don't really know what that black fabric is.
Oh, that's true.
I'm gonna take out the black fabric.
I'll pay for getting the black fabric identified.
Yeah, and just double check, like, how much would this be to identify?
Oh my, that's quite an item. I don't actually need to identify this one, but I'll take your money anyways. If you don't mind. This here is a portable hole. And she takes the fabric and she walks
Portable
around the
hole.
and she tells you to sort of back away from the front of the counter a little bit, leaving about a 5 or 6 foot space in front of it. Then she takes the hole and lays it flat out on the ground. And as she does so, as it finally all becomes uncreased and whatnot, you can see it. There becomes sort of a natural depth to it, almost as if there's actually a hole there. And as you look inside, you notice that there's actually about a 10-foot drop down to wherever the bottom of this hole goes. You see
On the edge
easy-
of the fabric, there's a tag that says "Made by Acme."
And it makes a little hole, and you put whatever you want in that hole, and then you fold it up, and it stays in there forever.
Really?
How big is the hole? I stick my head in to try to look around. Using my holding myself up, but sticking my head in to look around.
Yeah, you get down on the ground and you stick your head in, and it feels kind of, it's very dark in there. It's the same color in the hole as the fabric was on when it was folded up. And like I said before, it's about 10 feet deep and about 5 foot wide.
Okay.
Fascinating.
There is nothing in the hole. It's completely empty.
Yeah. Well,
Free hole.
Good to know.
Thank you very much.
Free holes.
I've been carrying this around, not knowing what it was.
Yes, it's quite useful, especially for what I'm assuming are adventurer types like yourself. You can keep all your money in it, or off items and the like. It's quite nice.
Okay, so Brad, I'm gonna I'm gonna go to the same place as Arkis and them, but I'm gonna sell the gems on the way.
Okay.
So I get separated from them, so I'll be arriving after.
And I'm with Doctor, so.
All right. So you
When we're
guys.
done, we're gonna go to the shit bucket.
I'm with those two right now.
Okay.
Selling stuff.
So you guys, you search around, and especially in
over
this
there
sort of.
by the shop that had the pellets and whatnot, so I can get some arrows and a quiver.
Well, starting with the gems, let's go with you're searching around the richer district, which you followed your friends to. Go ahead and make an investigation check to see if you can find a jeweler.
Who are you talking to, me or her? All of us.
Any of you.
I figured all of us. We're also
Investigation?
around, so.
Investigation.
You say investigation?
Investigation.
Hell
By
yeah.
the way, I'm drinking consistently this entire time now.
Oh, okay.
Pow is constantly drunk.
All right, so you find your way
No help from me.
Vala's like, oh hey, look guys, there's something, and then you keep walking because you know clearly she doesn't know what she's talking about. But the three of you eventually find your way to a
We're just like,
jeweler's.
that's great, Vala. Come on.
You see outside
Really,
the front
stop for donuts.
there's a window display, all sorts of rings and jewelry on the outside. Go inside. There's a clerk behind the counter. He's got a thin mustache and a bored expression.
I can already tell where this is going.
Yes, sir. What do you want?
Hello, sir. We have collected in our travels some gems that we thought you may be interested in purchasing from us.
Yeah. All right. What do you got?
I lay out I have 1 moonstone, 1 star rose quartz, 2 ambers, and 2 garnets, as well as Kyle's sardonyx and star rose and coral.
And
I
have
lay
some
them all out in their
star
groupings
rose quartz
across the counter.
Okay.
and the price over here.
The moonstone is 50 gold, star rose is 50, amber is 100, garnet is 100, the sardonyx is 50, star rose is 50, coral is 100.
There's a lot of names going around. Can you write up a final list and just put it in the chat real quick?
Yeah.
Just so I know what you're saying. Just because there's
Because confusion.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm selling my stuff. Get me back all the money I just spent and more.
Whoops. Okay.
Yeah, really.
Do that in 7 once.
I'm doing mine. I have a lot.
All right. So he takes a look at the zircon that you put in front of him. How he pulls out his magnifying monocle, whatever. He's like, yeah, I could give you 25.
Jeweler's loop.
25.
Are you gonna go for anything more?
Why would I? I mean, this is a pretty common gem.
Sure.
All right. He passes you just a couple coins, 25 gold altogether. And he starts looking at yours, Vala. Looking at the chrysoprase and the rose quartz, and he's like, you know what? Both of these together, give you like maybe 75.
And she looks at him with big eyes and she's like, sir, I need to buy some food.
Make a deception check.
Going with the starving aspect, the starving angle.
Starving child.
Here you go, Vala.
Bards, man, they can lie for days.
Yay for cheese.
Bards can do whatever they feel like. Vala's just a liar.
And you see a little bit of concern come over his face. He can't quite see through to your real intentions. And he's like, yeah, all right. I guess 100. Would that be all right?
Yes, please, thank you.
All right.
And
He hands
she
you over,
skipped happily out.
a little pouch of coins, 100 of them. And finally, looking at your first set of gems here. Excuse me. He's like, yeah, obviously not as concerned about you. I could probably give you like 400 for these.
400. So you're offering 400 for $500 worth of gems.
The way I'm looking at them, it's $400 worth of gems.
Oh, okay.
I have to sell these. I can't just take them at cost. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, I can understand that, but I gotta admit, man, I'm kind of far traveled. I'm not some country bumpkin. I have an idea of what these things are worth. 475.
Make a persuasion check.
Country bumpkin.
Shit.
Yes, you are a country bumpkin.
He looks
I'm
you up
not
and
though.
down. He sees the dirt on your clothes and the road wear, and he's like, yeah, I bet you know your jewels real well. 400.
All right, I'll take 400 for mine, but he still has to look at Kyle's group.
Yeah, he's going through each one at a time. Pow, you had more.
Yes, I didn't mean to do the Zircon alone.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Out of that, the rest, I don't.
rolling that back. Let's see.
I have a lot of gold. Oh! Kyle, I'll do my best to roll better on yours.
And for the rest of them,
Doc's not too worried about money.
I know, but still.
for the rest of them, Pow, he offers you 500.
I don't know. It seems like there's a lot. 500 seems kind of small.
Are you a jeweler? Do you know what you're talking about? I mean,
Pretty.
I literally work.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. The one dude in our group who doesn't care about gold. I didn't say that out loud. Octa didn't, at least.
That would have been funny. All right.
Can you imagine if I had said that?
I'm like, she's right, dude. Sure.
All right.
I'll take the deal.
You'll take it. All right. So
Yeah.
he hands you another 500 gold, and then finally he's like, "All right, fine, last pile. I really hope you guys don't make this a habit. I kind of hate this part of my job." Takes a look.
We're gonna come back and ask for this guy specifically every time.
Oh, yes. This is happening now.
Hey, you're gonna make money off of these gems, so you should be happy that we're coming in.
You're not
This
there.
is true.
I know I'm not there, but that's just what I'm thinking.
No, I hear him mutter that, and I say basically the same thing Kyle just said, but I'm not nice about it at all. I just basically say, come on, dude, the hell? You're going to make some money off of these. You know you're going to make money off of these, so what the hell are you being so stingy about?
He's like, "Fine. 50 for the rest of these."
Oh, no.
Well, then you can take them elsewhere because I don't really feel like dealing with your attitude.
You really don't want any of this.
You do this every time. Come on.
These are pretty common gems, all right? I have boxes full of them back there. I'm being pretty generous with these prices.
You're offering me 50 for what I know is at least 150's worth of gold.
Yeah.
All right. I pick them up and take them out and go to the next jeweler I can find.
Okay.
I'll go with my blowgun now.
All right. We'll get back to the jeweler stuff in a minute and the blowgun in a minute. Are you guys doing anything else in the magic shop?
I was all set. I'm good.
Doc's gonna look around and ask, what do you have around? Something for, beginning adventurers, people who are just starting to, take on small beasts and just trying to
well-
make sure I'm well protected.
Well, it depends. What kind of are you a spellcaster, sir?
A little bit. I mostly deal with the divine.
Oh, I see. Oh, you might be better served going over to the church. I'd say they have some supplies for people like you. But
Which
there are
church
some.
was that?
Well, I mean, it really depends on who you're looking for. I
I
can see
know
by
who
your
I'm
armor
looking
you're a
for.
worshipper of Bahamut. Is that true?
Indeed. Good eye. I didn't know. I didn't think most people knew of Bahamut.
Oh, he's actually quite popular. Are you from far away?
Well, I'm not from this area. No, that's for sure.
Oh, yes, he's quite well known. One of the better known gods, I'd say.
Good to hear. I know there's only a small chapel here, not the biggest of churches.
Well, as far as the rest of our supplies, if you're looking for just basic weaponry, we have a few magic weapons for sale. We have basic quarter staffs for your wizard types. We
Any
have
nice
books and
hammers?
parchment, and I'm sorry, sir.
Any nice hammers? As you can
Um,
see, I prefer my hammers.
yes, of course. No, unfortunately, we don't have any hammers right now.
Alrighty. Well, thank you anyway.
All right then.
Any rings?
Clarissa,
Anyone?
it looks a little bit like you're going through
Any
an earthquake
rings?
right now.
Rings.
Going through a
Oh,
what?
we do have a few
Earthquake.
rings. Let me consult our selection here.
Ooh, rings. Get some dark
Um,
souls up in this bitch.
Lord
We
of
have I believe we have a ring of warmth available, and warmth.
Did she say warmth?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Oh.
And also a ring of jumping. Yes, that's the only two we have available currently, though.
Get the ring of jumping.
I'm sorry, Kyle. Please pick up the ring of jumping so we can just see you hopping across
Ooh, ring of
planes.
Well, one thing here. Let me ask first.
Big,
As far
shiny
as
jumping.
jumping goes, how far is his typical jumping speed in D&D? Like, how far can you get in the jump? Like 5 feet, 10 feet?
I believe
I
it's
imagine it's only like 5
Depends
feet.
on your check usually.
well, actually, there's it's based on your movement. Let me think here. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you run for 10 feet first, you can cover a number of feet up to your jump score for a long jump. And
What's
for a
my
high
jump
jump,
score?
you can jump straight up into the air, 3 plus your strength modifier, number of feet. So like 3 plus 6 or whatever
So I can
feet.
go up 3.
Um,
I can go up 6 feet.
if you
I go
move
up 3 feet.
10 feet at least.
6-foot
Whereas
jump.
Right.
the jump spell, which is what the ring would do, I think triples that. Yeah. So like
Oh.
your normal high
Right.
jump, if it's like 10, you jump 30 feet, or long jump.
But you said long. There was something you said was based off of
A jump
based off
score.
the check or a
There's
jump
Well,
score. What would be my? Where would I
the long
calculate that?
jump. The long jump is based off of your actual score. So like if you have a 15 or an 11 or whatever.
Oh,
The
okay.
Yeah.
And I would triple that. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll ask how much for the jumping, the ring of jumping.
Yes, sir. That one is going to run you about 300 gold.
300 gold. Ooh,
Yes,
I know
indeed.
that could be
You are getting some money
quite
back.
special, but I'm sure we can come down a little bit down to 275.
Go ahead and try to persuade.
Wait, where's our jump score?
It's
It's
based off of the roll.
It's your strength score,
Oh, okay.
your base score. It's not
Okay.
the roll or anything.
It wouldn't be dexterity?
No, it's like your ability to run a short distance and then leap.
So my
It's-
strength is
it's strength
17.
Okay.
Exactly. You'd be able to jump 17 feet from a 10-foot run.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I know, with all your armor.
Considering he's the one person here who knows really about long jumping.
Well, dear, I suppose we could bring it down a little. Let's say 275.
That's what I said, and that's what I'll pay.
All right then. She hands you the ring, and takes 275 of your gold.
Yep.
All right.
Well, that didn't do the math. How do you make it do the math?
You have to do it as a roll, so /R and then the equation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so back to Vic. He's having his way with a woman right now. We don't need to get into those details. All right, and then Pow is going to find a dart gun. So you find your way to a smith. Is there any particular district you'd like to look for a smith in, or are you going back to near where your frothing tankard is, or what are you thinking?
Near the frothing tankard. That isn't that like the middle area, right?
It's to the west a little bit, but it's on the west side, but it's near the river. That's kind of the
Like
region.
poverty area. It's like in the middle-ish.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
So yeah, you find your way over that way, and you walk into a shop, and behind the desk there's a man. Pretty well equipped shop. You ask for a blowgun. They have some available. If you'd like to try to persuade him, then that might.
Yeah.
Be,
I'll do it. I'll go. Why not? This thing is horrible.
Check the price for a blowgun.
Wait, why is that a +1? Oh, that's a religion. What?
Did you roll a religion check?
I hit the wrong one.
I gotta look at the blowgun. 1 second.
It's upstairs. Plugged into the wall by the kitchen, like where the shredder is.
Yeah, he offers you 5 gold. You try to persuade him. What do you want to bring it down to?
30 gold.
He's like, no, 5 gold's a pretty standard price. That's about it.
Yeah, fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. So that's 5 gold, and you have a blowgun.
Huzzah!
Woo!
I'm gonna end up sitting on
No, like-
empty.
Test out right here. Like, is there a dummy around?
She's like,
There's no dummy
tricking
inside,
herself
but when you ask
underneath
around,
by, like,
he's like, "Yeah, we've got a testing dummy in back. You'll have to go around the building. I'll meet you out back there."
Did Brad
um,
really?
Cool.
I don't know.
There's a alleyway to the side of the building. Walk around, and you see the guy. He's there. He's putting a little bit of leather armor on this dummy, standing about 50 paces away.
I am.
And he's like, puts a hand up. He's like, "Just let me move," and then he shifts back the way out of the way.
Yep.
You're
I'm
welcome
gonna
to-
grab one of the darts.
All right, go ahead and make your dexterity check. Then.
The basic
Well,
dexterity?
your attack roll.
Proficiency?
It would be a d20 plus your dexterity modifier.
All right.
Plus proficiency.
So plus 2 to that.
That was the shower slash bath.
So yeah, you shoot. Actually, even plus 1 because it's you got plus 1 ammunition. You strike true, hit into the center of the dummy.
Like a
Um,
burn.
The dart just sort of
Okay.
Irritated, but I'll see if it just goes down.
like, oh,
Okay.
pretty good at that. I'm surprised you don't have one already.
Cool.
I don't have much stuff. Take the dart back up. Thank you for your service. Bye bye.
Make a survival check roll.
Survival check.
Yeah, to make sure you can pull the dart out without breaking it, because they're pretty
Okay.
fragile. Yeah, unfortunately, you try to pull that dart out and it snaps inside the dummy. That one's unusable.
Put it in storage.
All right.
Cool.
So now you've got magic guns, you've got your blowgun, you've sold your gems for the most part. What are you guys gonna do?
I wanted to
I'm
go
gonna
to the magic place as well because I wanted to check out the rapier and actually the cloak as well.
Cloak. Oh, that
Cloak
cloak.
with
That's
the
right.
The one with all the different patches.
That's right. Okay, so you guys, after trying your gems, trying to find a shop for them, you head on back to you head on to the magic shop. You find it pretty easily because it's a pretty big shop and your knowledge of the area is a little bit better now. You walk inside. Doc and Arkis are just finishing up their business. You see one of them folding up the hole that was on the ground. Arkis got it.
Octa kind of like shakes her head and like goes, "That looking at that thing makes me sick."
I'll pull it out real quick and just like shake it at her like scary like.
God, dude, I'll light you on fire.
I don't think that's cause for a hellish review.
Put it away.
It isn't, but I'll slam some doors. Maybe.
Slam some doors. Scary.
I can do that shit. I don't know.
As you approach, the clerk sees you're a little bit familiar, Patricia. She's like, "Oh, hello, dearie. Are you here to buy some things as well?"
Not purchase, unfortunately, ma'am. At least not at this time. But I do have a couple of things if you would be willing to look at them.
Of course, yes, of course.
What would your standard fee be to assuage the magic on a weapon, a rapier per se, specifically?
Yes. It would cost you about 125 for me to take a look at that.
125.
Yes.
What?
Gold, man. Gold.
Gold. Okay.
Yes. Unfortunately, in the terms of magical arrangements, gold is really the only currency we ever deal in.
Certainly not iron.
125.
Iron.
Ugh, that's harsh.
Alright. So she takes that back behind the counter, sets it on this altar of sort, and starts inspecting it.
If you need, probably. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I laid the cloak and the rapier down at the same time, and I asked. Sorry, you kind of just jumped forward. I was gonna say also this, but
Oh, I apologize. There was a little bit of pause. So yeah, that she would have told you that would have been 100 or 250 altogether.
250 altogether.
Yeah.
That's harsh. All right. I
Um,
like the lady. I'm not gonna argue it.
There's a first.
So she comes back after a while. She has kind of a weird smirk on her face. Like, well, this sword, it's very strange. It had sort of a lock on it. I couldn't quite determine what it was at first. But then I managed to somehow break it. It's kind of odd. I've never seen that sort of disruption going on before. Very curious. Anyways,
I found
sorry.
it in an odd place.
My apologies. I've gotten distracted by the pursuit. Anyways, so this is a dancing sword.
A dancing sword.
Yes, it's quite special. You're very lucky to have found one.
What does that mean?
You see, what you do is you speak a certain word, which through the process of attunement, we call it, you bond with the weapon. You learn that word sort of, naturally, one might say. And then when you say that word, the sword will fly around you, and you can tell it to go attack things. It's quite useful.
It'll fly around?
Yes, it'll hover in the air like a bird.
Flying bird of death.
So it's like a divine weapon, but physical.
Yes, precisely. I believe clerics do have something similar. But
Well,
in the arcane
seems like
world,
a hefty
this is-
find on our part.
Yeah, indeed, yes. This is quite an item. If you look up in the SRD, you'll find dancing sword. Go ahead and add that to your inventory. It's just it's still the same rapier in terms of damage, but it has those extra properties as well.
Okay.
All right. And as far as this cloak is concerned, this is a cloak of many items. I do love when I see one of these. They're quite enchanted.
What does it do, per se? Can I use these items that are on the patches?
Yes, indeed. Actually, you peel one of the patches off, and throw it upon the ground, several feet away. You could hope, because sometimes the items are quite big.
I knew it.
And that item magically appears.
That's awesome.
I knew it.
Well, okay. Well, that's awesome.
Yes,
Thank you. I much appreciate your help in this. I give her another 5 gold as a tip.
Oh, that's quite kind
So
of you.
what was it called again? I want to look it up.
It's a cloak of many items, I believe. Is the name.
It's in the SRD here, so you can find it in there.
Yeah, I'm still working on that dancing
Or-
sword thing because it keeps minimizing my. And no, stop popping out. Don't pop out anymore.
The robe of
many
useful
items.
items?
Maybe? Yes, robe of useful items. That's what it's called.
So you got
Robe of useful items.
has two daggers, 2 bullseye lanterns, 2 mirrors, 2 10-foot poles, 2 hemp ropes, 2 sacks, and the robe has 4d4 other patches. The DM chooses the patches or determines them randomly with a d100 thing.
Oh.
So do we decide how many other patches there are now, or have you already decided that?
Brad, can you hear us?
Now.
We went down for a second, so he may not be back.
There we
There
go.
he is.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
So have you already decided how many extra patches it has, or do we roll for that now?
It has 12 extra patches. Sorry, it has 12 extra patches.
Uh-huh.
The first one is a riding horse with saddlebags.
Sweet.
Wow.
The
Houston, are
second
you gonna
one
write these
is
down?
a spell.
Hold on, just a second.
I mean, I can if you want me to.
No. I mean, I'm the one carrying the cloak, so I should
Gotcha.
probably have the. All right. All right. So horse with saddlebags.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. A spell scroll containing 1 spell of 1st to 3rd level, which I will decide
One-
when you peel it off.
1 spell of 1st to 3rd level.
The next one is a pit.
A pit.
A pit.
A cube
10
10
foot
feet on
cube.
each side.
Giant hole in the ground.
Yeah, it
Awesome.
places on the ground and it makes a pit.
Okay.
Pretty good
Rabbit
for
is
traps.
cool.
85. That one, 2 mastiffs.
Nice.
Mastiffs?
Huh?
Like dogs?
Like dogs, yep.
Okay.
And then another pit.
Pits.
A patch that has 10 gems on it that are worth 100 each.
Screw that patch.
This is an
Wait, how many
amazing
gems?
Item.
10.
10 gems worth what?
100 each.
Sorry, you keep going. Your thing keeps phasing in and out as other noises come in.
The next one is an iron door.
What in the world am I going to use a door for?
It
Oh, we'll
attaches
find a
to
way.
a wall. An opening.
They're super
No,
useful.
I'm sure we'll find a way. I'm just can't wait to get to a point where we're using a door.
Well, those places like where it's a ramshackle and we're like, oh, do we have enough tables to make a barrier? No, throw the door in there. Ta-da, door. Because they expand that to like 10 feet wide and 10 feet tall. It's like a magic expanding door.
Exactly.
Okay.
A portable ram.
That'll be
For when we use
effective.
for when we use the door.
Or
Alright,
when we
put
use
the
the door
door,
and shut
put the
ourselves in somewhere.
When he said that, I wasn't even thinking of that sort of ram. I was thinking of the animal.
I was too.
A little, oh my god, that would be one of the cutest animals ever.
Hello,
So a
ram.
portable ram you can carry around with you.
Portable ram.
It keeps headbutting your shins.
It's like a teacup ram.
See, I spent too much time with
Ram.
Brad, and I immediately thought of computer RAM. So I was like, well, yeah, it's portable. It's like 5 inches long max. I don't even know.
Wait, you mean?
Well,
Oh,
this is
wait,
a ram.
two more iron doors.
No,
This
just
is
the
my
one. Sorry.
Okay.
Just one more
So
iron
we have 2 iron doors total.
Yes.
And a ladder.
I feel like
Go.
pulling off a patch, creating 100 gold pieces was good bribery.
Yeah, I know. Like, especially if it's near your like where your hands just like regularly sit. So you just
Yeah.
pull it out of like nowhere.
Yeah.
It'd be
I also
better
think
if
it'd
it
be funny somebody trying to like steal something from you. They end up grabbing a patch.
and then all of a sudden a ram.
This thing literally just paid for its own identification.
Just all of a sudden, an iron door drops out. Boom.
Ooh. Like,
Actually, that'd be a funny use of the door. It's just like throw it out as someone's pursuing you behind you, and all of a sudden this giant door just comes slamming down on their heads.
All right. So that's all the patches.
It's a lot of fucking patches.
I'm bummed we didn't get the 4 potions of healing.
Yeah,
Or a
that's a pretty
rowboat.
nice one.
A rowboat would have been super handy.
Okay, I apologize because I was setting up my to take track. But once we use these things, are they gone?
Yes.
Okay.
So
You
what was
could
that
use,
thing?
you could use each patch once.
Gently down the stream, merrily, merrily,
And then if you look up the item, you can see there's a couple patches on it that are standard. And it's got 2 of each.
Yeah.
That's an awesome.
Statue.
That's such a cool item.
Collects your money. Do you need anything else?
No. That's everything. Thank you very much.
What about you, lass? Looking at you, Vala.
Sorry, ignore that.
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
All right then.
Do you have a magic quiver?
Magic.
Magic quiver. No. What kind of magic would you be looking for?
Like, it never runs out of arrows?
Wow, that's. Oh my.
Just curious.
That's powerful.
That would be quite expensive if we had one. If you'd like to commission one, perhaps we could discuss a price for that. But I don't think you'll like it.
I can't sell my soul.
I wouldn't want to buy it, lass.
or may not have already been purchased. But no, do you have like any other kind of magic quivers? Like what kind of magic can you put on a quiver?
Well,
all
there are some enchantments you can put on them. As you draw an arrow out, it provides some sort of elemental effect to the arrow, or perhaps it, adds some sort of, extra temporal displacement to increase your luck, that kind of thing. But again, those are still rather expensive for enchantments, and I unfortunately don't have any here. Although, if you would like to commission one, it would be it could do that if you like.
Maybe later. I don't even know how much I like this bowl.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, with that in mind, I hope you all have a good day. Come back again.
Thank you very much.
You as
Patricia.
well.
Thank you.
So we'll walk out. We kind of didn't set up a place to meet, but I guess the frothing tankard, or
I still have something to do, so I'm gonna go do that.
That's where Pow went, and he's reading. So Pow was not reading after he got his blowgun.
Okay. Okay. You can add go ahead and add another 4 hours to your reading time. Did you add the 5 from Brewcore to the store?
10 on the way back.
That's right.
Then,
and 4 more for
more?
the day. Yeah.
4 more? All right.
Right. What are you doing, Vala?
I'm gonna go back to the armor by the ship bucket and see if I can get some arrows and a quiver.
Yeah, you head on back there. It's like, yeah, I got arrows, no problem. Let me just double check how much that were. You can get 20 arrows for about a gold each, or for a gold per 20 arrows, I should say.
All right, and how much will my quiver what's my quiver capacity?
Each quiver can hold 20 arrows, and a quiver, which I don't believe you have yet, they're going to be about a gold each as well. So 1 quiver, 1 gold, and 20 arrows, 1 gold.
Give me 2 quivers and 40 arrows.
All right. So that's 4 gold off your total. He's like, all right, yeah. Thanks for coming back. You guys coming to the ship bucket tonight?
I think we're gonna try to.
All right. See you guys there.
All right.
I believe it does have a name. Let me see where I wrote
We
it
just call it
down.
frickin' freckin'.
yeah, but I just don't have it.
It is called the Potency Point.
Potent potables.
All right. So you guys heading back to the Frothing Tankard then?
Works for me.
Indeed.
I'm going to be somewhere up on a rafter with my book.
Okay.
If there's an open rafter available to sit on.
Yeah, you find the ceiling is vaulted, and there's some pretty hefty beams up there. It's a pretty standard tavern. It's got a nice sort of rustic home feel about it. Vic, you think you're done with your business by now? Yeah. All right, you heading back to the
Yeah,
to the
go back
tankard?
to the frothing tankard.
All right. So
When-
you all eventually make. Oh, sorry. What's up?
When Octa meets back up with Doc, she, with an unhappy look, gives Doc back his portion of the gems and says, "The guy was trying to cheat me out of the actual amount these are worth. I figured.
Oh, that's quite all right.
Sorry, but
No, that's quite fine. I expect Julius to be as such.
yeah, he wasn't a nice dude. I didn't
That's
like him.
quite fine. So how much did you end up getting for mine?
I didn't get anything from yours. I didn't let him
Oh,
take
that's
them
right.
because he
How
wanted
much?
50 for 200 worth of gold or 200 worth of
That's-
gems.
That's quite fine. I'll hold on to these for now.
As Arkis walks in, I'm going to toss him his bag bill of 450.
Arkis, as you walk in the Frothing Tankard, a bag of gold flies out of the sky and lands in your lap.
Gotcha.
Thanks, pal.
You see Pow up in the rafters, yeah. You guys just having a drink, going to bed? What are you doing? What are you carrying on?
What's the time of
Oscar, do
day?
you want to go to the ship bucket with me?
It's about 6 right now in the evening.
Yeah, why the hell not?
right.
Let's go to the shit bucket and see how shitty it really is.
I'm gonna ask: is there a battle arena in Astoria? Is there a combat brawling arena?
Oh, I can't say we have one. You might find some sort of fight club or something if you go down to the docks, but it's not technically legal.
Hey,
But
hey,
no one
hey!
can talk about it.
No
How?
one knows about
Come
that.
with us to the shit bucket. You'll find people to fight. I promise.
Oh, really? All right, I'm down.
That poor innocent young monkey.
He'll be fine.
I
He
want
can protect
to.
himself.
I don't know how long it takes, but I want to put a second level magic missile and store it in my staff.
Okay. I think that just takes a minute. I believe I said. If I remember.
Yeah,
correctly.
I don't have a time written down, but okay.
Yeah. So just a minute per storage. That way you can't really do it during combat. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
hop down and grab a wineskin, keep my book on my side, and go with those two to the ship bucket.
All right. Anybody else going with them? Doc, Vic, staying there.
I'm gonna end up actually going to the
I'll head down there with him.
to Bahamut's place. to,
Hell yeah, I knew Vic would find us.
I guess
So,
I'll go watch. I guess I'll go watch Pow get beaten up.
All right. So, most of you go to a seedy bar in the shipping district, where as soon as you approach, you actually see someone fly out the window on their back.
Oh, yeah.
While Doc is making his way to the stately, resolute, quiet convent, not convent, but
Goody
Church of
two
Bahamut.
shoes. No, I'm kidding.
Yep.
It's just such a contrast. What you guys doing? All right. So you guys walk in, and it's a ratty place. There's fights going on all over the place. People are drunk. They're carrying on. There's no music playing. It's just a bunch of drunken sailors. A few whores hanging about. The barkeep behind the bar is cleaning a glass with his spit.
Octa is grinning from ear to ear. She's super pumped about this.
I was
And
gonna
she
say,
like
the barkeep,
nudges Vala with her arm and says, "Do you know any dirty songs? They'd love a dirty song here."
Vala probably knows some dirty songs. She says, yes. Like the place she used to play in was a pretty dirty place, so she's gonna go on stage and see if she can play a good dirty sea shanty.
All right. You try to find a stage, but you realize that there's
Use a table.
kind of nothing
I'll
around.
get on the table.
So you climb up on a table, and you start playing. Are you using your lute or your guitar?
The lute's gonna point out all the gold in the area.
She starts playing and there's just streams of light shoot at everyone in the tavern.
I mean, I'm gonna play. Yeah, let me play my lute.
Okay. So you get up on the table. Roll a performance check with advantage because there's going to be some pretty interesting lights going on. Roll it again, just without.
Reroll. Why did it do that?
Oh,
okay.
well, just take her second roll.
Yeah,
So 15.
15. Yeah. Okay, so you get up on the table, and a few of the drunks turn to look at you. Some of them are still engaged in their fights. They're pretty focused. They have some serious business going on. And you start strumming, and as you start playing your song, and your subtle shifts around the room,
for a bunch of drunk sailors.
you see the gold beam that normally gets produced by it shoots to one guy you're closest to, then the next guy you shift towards, and as you sort of like sway back and forth with the music, the beam is flashing back and forth in rapid succession, and almost everyone in the bar is turning to see you right now. They're all pretty much in awe and amazed and just like, ha, like. Pal, what are you doing?
I'm going right to the barkeep, being like, "Give me the heaviest thing you got."
So he turns around and he picks up a flagon that has a large metal base on it. He clunks it down on the counter and be like, "Yeah, that what you want?"
Think so?
It has nothing in it. It's literally just the heaviest thing.
This guy's super
I-
literal.
That's
My
perfect.
performance use minor illusion to make some small fireworks go off back behind me.
Yes.
All
Hey.
right. I get what you're going for. Give me the strongest drink you have.
Ah, I see. You're not just kidding around anymore. So he takes the flagon and he goes over to a cask that a little bit smaller than the rest. Fills it up, and you can see pouring out of the spigot, out of the what do they call it? Is
Tap.
is
The tap.
appears to be a tap. That's the word I was thinking of. Thank you. Is appears to be a slightly chunky liquid. Maybe it's not flowing like normal alcohol does. And then he brings it back over. He clinks it down in front of you. A little bit of it spilling over the edges. Aye, that's the call it the witch's brew. My own custom creation.
Let's see
I
how
love it.
good you are.
Make a Constitution check.
Woo! This guy can't make it. Constitution saving.
Yeah, saving throw. Yeah. So you feel the sort of chunky, sludgy liquid flow down your throat, and you're like,
Ew.
you know what? I've had worse. You just chug it
I've
down
made
anyway.
worse.
You're like, I don't care.
He did try the Dragon's Breath whiskey.
I've
Yeah.
made
Whatever it
worse.
was.
So.
That's true too.
So at this
keep
point,
going.
with all the beams of light, Vala has fireworks coming out behind her, and she's just having a great time, playing a great song. Vic, Vala, or Octa, what do you guys do?
Octa's just enjoying the show with a big old pint of ale.
Yep, I'm
Alright.
sitting next to Octa. Enjoying.
Yeah, for the time being, I'll be enjoying an alcoholic beverage and watching one of the fights.
All right.
With baby in it.
Well, obviously, I mean that's the only way.
Vic, where did you put it?
I picked it up in the sewers.
I'm going to roll to determine whether or not that's reality, and we're going to see how that turns out.
Where's that doing?
That he picked a baby up in the sewer?
I mean, I'm a womanizer. The likelihood of me having an offspring is pretty high.
That's true.
That is true.
I mean, if I don't have bibles at this
And,
point, he's
and
doing
no
Baron's
offense, but
son
it
wrong.
seems like the type of women you're womanizing in this game may perhaps possibly be the type to throw a baby in the sewer. So, you know,
Well,
it could
just
be your
saying.
baby. Just saying. I'm
Just
not
saying.
trying to. Your character's a man whore.
Now, if I can find a way to weaponize the baby, maybe.
Weaponize the baby.
There's unfortunately no baby, but at this point,
Womp
there's a gnome who you see sort of stumble up to the table you're standing on, Vala.
Is he a dandy?
The baby, and he picks him up.
In his hand is what appears to be a guitar of sorts, but it's kind of like broken a little bit, and maybe kind of the strings are flying all over the place. And he's like, "Rrr, I was gonna perform."
I was gonna.
Well, sir, I don't know what that means, but you should get up here and play with me.
Vic will walk over and grab the gnome by the back of the neck and put him up on the table.
Yeah,
Now
you do.
play the music, little man.
And he kind of looks back at you, confused, wobbly, like, and he looks back at you, he's like,
I'll do kind of one of these and just be like, really? Really, gnome?
The baby.
That baby's like, Dad, what the hell?
We need to show her this when she's older.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh man.
This is what Dad was doing while you were figuring out life.
So you can sort of see from his body language that he might be looking for a fight if you keep playing, because he thinks he should be playing alone.
Oh my God, Vala, please fight the gnome.
Please fight the gnome.
Please fight the gnome.
Punch him off the table.
Fight the super drunk gnome. Just kick him.
That's not the kind of person Vala is. So.
Thank you.
When he bites your ankles, you'll change.
Okay, how about this? She casts a minor illusion, and it's like a big demon face that comes up right in front of him and goes, "Aah!"
I could have done that for you.
All right.
I could have raged and accomplished much.
Yeah. So he sees your illusion and he cannot see through it at all. He's just like, and he falls backwards off the table and lands on his back on the floor. His guitar breaks underneath him. It's kind of a
Oh,
mess.
that's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh at this happening.
It was broken
And
anyway.
then just look around the room, see if I make eye contact with anyone that's about to fight me.
Okay.
Octa slightly tipsy points at the gnome that just broke his guitar under his ass and said, "He's gonna have splinters in really weird places tomorrow." Just saying.
Vala
That's worth a
tosses
high
him
five.
a couple of silver
Arkis is like,
pieces.
yes.
Hell yeah.
So bad.
So, how as you're looking around, you see a pretty drunk-looking elf in the corner. He seems pretty rough too. Like he's not like your typical, trussed-up, fancy-looking, dainty elf. He looks like he's been on the sea for a while, and he's kind of rough-looking. And he locks eyes with you, and he stares you down for a minute. Then he gets up, sort of groggily, and from his table, and wanders over to you and points a finger in his face, like, "You stop looking at me."
What's she gonna do about it?
He's like, "Yeah, well, I'll show you." And he swings his fist. at
Fight,
your
fight,
face,
fight, fight.
I'm gonna let him hit me.
and he definitely misses.
I'm gonna let him hit me. I'm gonna let him try to hit me as best I can.
Give
So
him
you're gonna lean
advantage.
into it.
I'm gonna make sure he hits me.
All right.
Oh, hello, bird.
Nope. He, even though you're trying to get him to hit you, he somehow manages to make sure he does not hit you. And he swings past you and kind of stumbles a little bit past you.
I'm like,
Falls into your
gonna
arm.
shove him. Like I'm just gonna get my hand, like get my fan to his forehead, shove.
Okay.
Brad, I
Shove
may
him
have
with-
just
shove him
found
with your
out.
tail.
I may have just found out why Midna is so obsessed with sitting at the computer window. Sorry
Okay.
to interrupt. But apparently birds like to come and sit on our bricks and peck at the bricks.
Oh.
I just saw like 3 do it.
So you shove this guy back, and he's sort of like falling back a little bit. He recovers, and he's trying to take another swing at you. And this one, also, what's your AC? 18, right?
18.
Yeah, he definitely does not hit.
No one's
Oh,
gonna hit you.
I'm literally just gonna be sitting here like.
Yeah,
and
he's-
moving.
He's trying to take swing after swing at you, and he keeps missing.
I'm gonna try
I'm gonna
and
slap him.
I'm gonna
with my
try
tail.
and sneakily stick my staff out behind Pow's legs and try and just like let him trip over it naturally.
Okay. Though as you're sort of like, not really dodging this guy, you take a step back just to avoid his breath, and make a dexterity save.
Saving?
Saving, yep.
Sorry, Peter.
Damn it!
Oh,
So you feel the staff at the back of your legs, and you're like, yeah, I know what that is. And you do a backflip real quick and just dodge past the stick and just keep backing up as if nothing ever happened.
the
I'm just
pats
gonna
Arkis on the
slap him
shoulder
with my
like, "It's
tail a
okay,
few
man."
times. Just
Thought it would be funny.
Tried to trip a monkey.
like tap him in the
No.
face with my tail a bunch.
The elf or Arkis?
The elf.
Arkis.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It sort of looks like flustered, whatever.
I
He's
deserved
like,
it if you did
Tries to bat your tail away. And he's going to go for one final swing. You see his eyes get a little bit clearer. Maybe the adrenaline's getting to him. And, oh, hot damn. All right.
Did he crit?
It's a crit. Yeah, he leans back, and he hauls off and smacks you right in the face. He manages to do a whole 2 points of damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slightly feel that one in my nose, and just stretch, and just boom.
All right, go ahead and make your attempt there. Yeah, you haul off right in his face, and he's pretty drunk, so he
Doesn't take
managed
long.
to knock him right out with that much power. He's on the ground now, lights out.
Yeah, I figured.
Let's take that moment to go over to see what Doc's doing. Doc, what are you going to Bahamut for?
Oh, I'm just going to check in on the temple, see
Some peace and
See how
quiet
they're
away from
doing.
us.
yeah, a little bit. Just to make sure to reconnect with Bahamut a little bit and see if they need any work done, see if there's anything I can do to help. And then I essentially wanted to talk to damn, I don't have my notebook.
The abbot.
Any of the no, not just the abbot, but any of the
Hey, Abbott.
I guess ask the abbot if there's anyone interested in becoming a paladin.
Oh, okay. So you find your way in there. It's a little bit later in the night, so you find Alaris in his sleeping quarters. But he welcomes you. He's always welcoming of you. He doesn't quite like you
Hmm.
compared to his other followers. Oh, hello. Yes. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing, sir?
Oh,
Father.
I'm doing quite well. Yes, the church has actually managed to gain a few donations recently.
Wonderful
Perhaps
to hear. Did
that
anybody
wouldn't
say
perhaps be
why?
your doing, would it?
Oh, I'd like to hope it was my doing. As many as I can bring to Bahamut, the better for the church
Indeed,
and for
indeed.
Bahamut.
What brings you here, my son?
Oh, I was curious if anybody in the church under you, any of the squires, were curious in becoming a paladin.
Oh, well, we haven't had much call for
No,
that, honestly. You see, it's
any you think might be worth training, or someone might do well as a paladin.
well, we do have a few young acolytes who perhaps could use a better purpose in their life. You see, some of them don't really take to the ceremony and the altarship and whatnot of typical cleric life. So
Right, of course.
perhaps they would be better served as paladins. Are you willing to train them yourself?
I think the more I can train, the more protection you will have here in case I'm not in town. I do fear
Yes,
for, even though you're quite small, I do fear for the town. And I think the more you have trained here, the better that would be for us in the long run.
indeed, indeed. But I'm afraid I don't have anyone to train in your absence. 'Cause I doubt you'll be here very often, will you?
That's quite true. I didn't know if any of them would want to maybe even come and follow in my footsteps and come adventuring with me.
Oh,
Kyle's
that's
trying to get a pack mule.
What?
I can pull my heavy armor.
Paladin
while
wanting his
away.
own squire. What paladin wouldn't want his own little squire to train?
fair enough.
Padwander.
So Alaris considers this for a moment. He's like, "Well, that's quite the request. You do lead a dangerous life, do you know?"
Indeed, I am aware, and if there are none who are quite ready, I understand. But, keep it in mind in the future as well if you come across any who are willing and excited for such adventures and living the life of a hotman and protection of those that need it.
Yes, your intentions are quite noble as always. And I recommend you come back tomorrow evening if you don't mind. I dare not wish to wake them with thoughts of excitement and adventure this late
That's
at night.
quite fine. I quite understand. I've been quite busy, and this was one of the few moments I could get to come here.
Yes, yes. But tomorrow I will have an answer for you. I promise.
I will, hopefully I should still be in town. I will let you know if I am not otherwise.
Uh,
But thank you. I appreciate your time.
might I ask, how would you let me know if you're out of town? If you're out of town?
I will come visit before I leave.
Oh, I see. I see. All right. The timeline was just confusing.
I know that can be quite confusing, and I promise to make a quick visit if I'm to meet with anyone.
Well, I promise I'll let you know tomorrow. Would you mind if I prayed for you, son?
Of course, prayers are always welcome. Actions are what Bahamut praises most, but he always loves to listen to those who follow him.
Okay. Let's see here.
Are you actually going to pray for him?
Yeah, so Alaris, he bends down on a knee, putting his arms on your shoulders. And as he does, you see sort of, his eyes are closed, but you see somehow that there's a presence about him, a true holiness, if there were any. And you actually feel the presence of Bahamut in that room with you. It's palpable. You can feel
Wow.
the energy and the power. And he's praying for you, and it's silent, but you get the impression that whatever he's done just now is going to be of an immense help later on. You feel the aura of Bahamut's protection on you currently.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Bahamut be with you, and also with you.
Which is going to translate into some pretty interesting circumstances later down the road.
It's more like
Good.
horn. Snout. I don't know.
Horn snout?
He was doing the cross sign because I made a Catholic joke and I said it's more like
Yeah.
horn. Snout.
Like horn, snout, and flame.
There you go.
If you're interested in
How about
percentages-
horn,
You know what?
horn, flap, flap?
That probably means something in sign language. We're gonna do it one day, not realizing we're offending some asshole. There, be like, "Here, here."
For those
Oh, dear.
interested in the results of the roll, I rolled a D100 just to see if the prayer worked, and he got a 7%. So yeah, that's pretty successful.
Wow.
Wait, he
Yeah.
actually got the
What level is the guy? Because isn't it supposed to be like below your level?
It's based on religious skill and general service to Muhammad or whatever god. And because he's an abbot and he's been serving him for a while, the percentage chance was a little bit higher. But even so, 7% is
Plenty.
plenty.
shit.
So yeah,
Nice.
Worked out.
now
Divine
you
intervention.
have an undefined boon in the future that I will
Fantastic.
That's
Still
divine
on you, then.
intervention, though.
exactly.
Also, just so you know, based off of said dream from beginning of game, I'm
Mhm.
trying to think long/short term of protection of the city.
Understood.
Trying to get the Bahamut there a little in stronger force.
Is there anything else you want to do?
Nope,
before-
that'll be it. And then I'll obviously they would have told me where they're going. I'm gonna start going now to make
No,
sure that
I
they're
want-
okay by the end of the
I
day.
want Doc to be here. I want Doc to go to the shit bucket.
Doc is coming, but he's like gonna make sure that you guys are okay.
So let's see. By the time
Oh,
you
yeah.
arrive,
Can I just be sad standing on a pile of bodies? People have knocked out.
no, we're gonna try to match things up here. By the time you arrive, you walk in the door. After you see the window outside is smashed, and there's a guy laying on the ground out there.
Is he
Still
still
hasn't
knocked
gotten
out
up.
there?
Nope, he's still not up. And you walk in.
Is he? No, hold on.
Yeah, I know.
This
He's
is
gonna
Doc
stop.
we're talking about. I'm gonna stop for this guy laying on the ground. Is he unconscious?
He is indeed unconscious. Yes.
I will do a quick You know what? I'm gonna do a 3 points of health lay of hands to bring him back and wake him up.
So you lay your hands on him, and
He's going right back inside.
Oh, I'm sure he is,
Yeah,
but I don't.
He gets up. He looks around kind of groggily. He's like, "Boy."
Where's that asshole that threw me
you're
through that
right,
window?
sir.
And he kind of gets up. Like, who are you?
Just a friend trying to look out for you. Are you all right?
I don't recognize
Seems
you.
like you might have
I've had
been
a friend
thrown
who
through this
lizard.
window here.
What?
What?
I've never had friends who were a lizard.
I know I'm a rare breed. But are you all right? Seems like you've been thrown out this window here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah, he runs inside.
That's fine.
So as
I
you
I'd let him
kind of really just want, as soon as he runs in, for Ock to just punch him in the face. I don't know why.
the guy
It'd
who
be
just
funny as
healed?
hell to me if I could manage to just
And then
punch him in
knocks
the
him
face as
back
soon as he
out,
walked through the
or
door and
just,
knock
like-
him back out. I'm not
Would
going
you-
to do it, but part of me wants to.
Okay, would you have been watching the door?
That's why I'm not doing it.
All right.
I'd be too busy watching Powell get into fights and kind of wanting to fight myself, but not sure if I really want to risk the broken nose that'll probably come along with it.
Um,
'Cause I'm not
I'm
quite
fighting
as
as many
good at
people as I can.
combat.
yeah. At this point, Doc, when you walk in, you see Pow do a backflip over Arkis' staff, and then immediately, a couple seconds later, sock the guy in front of him right in the jaw, knocking him down on the ground.
Oh, hey, Doc.
I'm gonna.
Vic cheers.
Hi. I'm gonna just go up to the bar and just. He's fine. Go up to the bar. Get a beer or a cider. Get a whatever.
Just
Yeah,
cider.
uh,
I don't know if
the
they
guy-
have cider at the
Want
ship
the
bucket.
cider from the ship bucket. It's
the guy
probably
brings
a
you
little
what
nutty.
better categorized as a whatever. It's a pretty dark looking drink, and you can't really tell what it is, but everyone seems to be drinking it, so
Yeah, all right.
peer pressure.
Octa saw Doc walk
yeah.
in and is just a little bit tipsy from the ale that she drank earlier, and kind of like looks over his shoulder and is like, "What the hell you drinking?"
I don't even know anymore.
It
You want
smells
some?
funny.
You can have it if you want. I don't.
You
I'm
don't
hoping
want
for
it?
something a little better.
So,
I don't even. Not even sure why I ordered this.
Octa kind of shrugs and reaches over his shoulder, takes the mug, and just chugs it, and tells him, "You should try the ale."
Yeah, not the whatever.
I think I'm not gonna try anything.
Doc, it's a smart idea.
Yeah, and
Wait,
I'm
that
just.
was my second drink. Do I need to try one of those rolls?
If you're drinking quickly, like a contest, sure, but you're kind of unless you're like chugging over and over again. Then
No, I drank the ale and then I chugged his drink, but that was the only thing I've chugged at this point.
yeah, your constitution should be enough that 2 drinks that quickly should be fine.
Alright.
All right, so the carousing and general carry on goes on through the night. You guys want to accomplish anything else at the shit bucket while you're still awake?
As many bodies as I can.
If somebody decides to challenge Vic to a fight, he will oblige them.
Okay.
Other than that, he's just going to be sitting
with
and
Octa.
enjoying.
All right.
I was
Somebody
looking.
What was that, Clarissa?
I was looking
I
at.
said, please let somebody challenge Vic.
Okay.
I want to see the look on their faces when he turns into a dragon and bites them.
That's probably not a good thing. He'll kill them. Because
Yeah.
dragon means rage, and rage means he no listen.
And I'm not able to do subdual damage. I have to do lethal damage when I'm in rage.
Yep.
So Vic is very careful about when he decides to let loose into a rage and when he does not. Because otherwise, everyone dies.
Yeah.
All right. So
No.
How and Vic do for me. I need 3 just general D20 rolls. Just 3 D20.
Oh, by the way, Brad, I meant to ask this before. The spell scrolls that I got before, are they all level 1?
They're whatever the base level of whatever spell they are. I can't remember what levels.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um,
So none of them are higher level.
Oh, Vic.
Nice rolls there.
Okay. So Pal, you're fighting whoever comes along, and the bodies are starting to pile up. You actually have started sitting in one corner, and as you knock them out, you just sort of drop them behind you on top of a table. And people are starting to notice that maybe they don't want to go over that corner. And Vic, you're fighting a couple guys, and you're just sort of having fun with it, not really trying too hard. But then a flash of your draconic rage, comes over your body real quick, but you suppress it. But in that moment, you manage to punch a guy, and he actually flew up against the opposite wall and collapsed on the ground. He might be dead. You don't know.
Can I have it? Can I have that retcon slightly to where I punch him and he flies and lands on Pow's pile of bodies?
Make a dexterity check.
Let's see how this is gonna work.
If this works, I'm just gonna give him a thumbs up.
I'm gonna say you tried to aim for Pal's pile, but you ended up sending him towards Pal. So Pal, there's a body flying towards you.
Alley hoop, Pal, go for it.
Yeah, alley hoop.
Make another Pal, make a dexterity check to see if you can intercept the body quick enough.
Dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Yeah, you actually, because you're pretty aware of what's going on around you, and you don't really feel the effects of drink as much anymore. You manage to catch that body flying at you, and you just sort of whip around and to part right over your head, and you toss it on the pile. And one more for
Vic cheers greatly, points at Pow. He goes, "We need to do that more often."
Oh yeah.
And for the sake of the future, if you guys want to try a maneuver like that again, you would be able to.
Where he tosses someone at me and I can do something with them, or like.
And you pile drive them behind you.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
That's awesome!
So,
I like it.
So since you did that successfully once, if you want to try it again, it would be easier for you guys to
It's a
synchronize on them.
kick-ass team move right there.
Awesome.
All right.
Like, give me a body.
What's everybody else doing while they're carrying on? You guys just having drinks?
Yeah,
watching?
Arkis is just enjoying and watching, and
Water.
I'm gonna, for the sake of this, I want to say that the pile of guys is within staff's reach. So every once in a while, when there's a new body in the pile, I just like reach out and just like tap them to make sure they're still alive and only knocked out.
Okay.
I'll just like tap them, make sure they moan or twitch or do something, be like, all right, we're good.
Yeah, for pretty much everyone you nudge with your staff, they all seem to respond, within the realm of living. So
just
feel pretty good
keeping
about
an
that.
eye out for Vic and Pow's sake.
The night carries on in much a similar fashion. It's getting kind of late, and unfortunately, the ship bucket doesn't have rooms. So if you're looking to sleep, you can't do it here.
I think we're good here, probably, right? This place is okay.
Crossing.
So let's head back to
Our
the.
usual place.
Let's go see. Wait, I know his name. Philip.
Philip, that's
Yeah,
right.
Philip.
Let's go see Philip and Mittens.
Yeah, man.
Mittens!
Pub crawl? On the way?
No pub crawl.
Pub crawl on the way?
No.
Vala bows.
No pub.
Before she jumps off the table.
Yeah.
Way.
And
a
Vic
few
will tag
more
along with
seconds,
him to the
fizzling
flipping.
behind her.
Alright, I guess we're going back.
Octa slaps her on the back heartily. It's like, great show.
She like puts her arm around her and kind of helps carry her a little bit. She sounds a little drunk.
She's very drunk.
How large is Vala?
She's humanoid size, right?
I'm tiny. Vala's pretty normal size, so it's
No,
probably
I'm
me more like hanging off her hip.
5'11" or something like that.
Okay, no, you're slightly too tall. Because otherwise, Vic was just gonna like pick you up and set you up on his shoulders and like you would for chicken in the pool or whatever, and just like parade you through the streets that way.
I mean, he
How
could
tall
probably
are
do it, but it would just look very weird.
Vic?
Should probably
No,
put it
Octa.
back in the
Strong.
closet.
I don't weigh that
I'll be right back.
Are you asking me, Brad?
I said Octa.
Okay, sorry, it's kind of hard to hear.
It's okay.
Let me see. What did I make my height? I'm only 4'9".
Oh, okay.
So
Put
tiny.
next to the water heater.
Okay. I thought I was sort of
I'm nearly. I'm like pretty much a midget almost, except the horns.
Yeah, you're pretty short. That's unusual
I
for a
think
tiefling.
I think we kept it for the kitsune. I think we forgot to change it.
Oh, that might be the case. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. You're a short tiefling. That makes you.
Little ball of demon anger.
All right. So you guys make
I'm
your way back.
petite sized.
Philip greets you. Like, oh, hey guys, you here to
I
sleep?
move
with
the
me?
kitten can then roll into
Yeah,
the
if
center.
you, we know it's
Yeah.
late. Apologies for that, but if you have some rooms.
Yeah, we got some rooms. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to charge you now because it's been a week. But
Of course, of course.
It's been a week.
It's been a fortnight,
it's
yeah.
3 rooms wear out after a week.
well, that is the time limit.
That was mooning us.
So yeah, if you don't mind paying a gold a person, I got a room for you.
Of course not.
All right.
Sure.
Not for you, Philip.
Pardon her, we've been drinking.
Yeah, I figured. Why didn't you do it here?
What? Shit
They
bucket
invited
and
me.
sailors and fights.
Ah,
Yeah,
They
they
invited me.
had an inkling for a different crowd.
gotcha.
I
Well,
made a pile of bodies.
I'm glad you didn't do that here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Why don't we show you the room? What was that?
I said that's why we didn't, Philip, because we appreciate your establishment.
Oh, that's mighty kind of you, lass.
Can I see Mittens?
Yes,
Yes,
Mittens
let's
is,
give Mittens treats.
I'm just
Mittens
gonna
is
I'm,
laying
just,
by the fire.
I'm gonna
sleeping.
go over and give Mittens some belly rubs and stuff. Before heading
As you
out.
do so, she gladly rolls over, her paws sticking out and her belly, fully exposed. You're pretty much her favorite person besides Philip, so she's definitely accepting whatever you're giving her.
Oh yeah. And then I'll head off to bed after a couple
Alright.
minutes.
You guys go to bed.
I'm gonna not make it to bed, just be sleeping next to the bed.
Right. You get to bed. Pow, unfortunately, doesn't actually get into his bed. Go ahead and make a
What the
Constitution
hell are you
save.
doing, kid?
Make sure you're not sleeping poorly. The rest of you, you get your full night's sleep. You get your long rest abilities and whatnot back. Yeah, and Pal, you even though it's wood, you're a little bit a little bit more used to tough sleeping situations. So you have no problem sleeping on a wooden floor like that.
Brad, tilt your camera down.
No,
He wants to be
Please.
Wilson.
Please, neighbor Wilson.
but if you see my face, then the mystery is ruined.
Ah, he's a grandma using
Thank
the
you.
phone.
Okay, so yeah, it's morning. Oh, sorry, what's up?
He's grandma using FaceTime.
Yeah, exactly.
All the way like this.
Why can't I see where you are? What's going on?
See, you have to be. No, you got to be really close to the screen, though. You also have to be like super close to the camera. There you go. That's FaceTiming Grandma right there.
Can you hear me? Is my voice coming through?
Who's Grandma you been talking to?
Your mom's.
Oh, that's your great grandma he's talking
He's
about.
dead. How are you talking to the
Yeah.
dead?
Ouija
Because
board.
Ouija boards.
talk to ghosts, whatever.
Well, shit.
So yeah, it's morning. You all have a long rest. The city is before you. What are you gonna do?
To the sewers.
Sure.
Let's go find
How
more
about
big
we go
babies.
check in with the? How about we go check in with the?
Police guy.
To the
Chief,
sewers.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm
To the
like,
sewers.
Guys, before
Captain
I go,
Marcus.
I'm gonna put on my dragonborn disguise.
Okay.
So are we gonna stop at with Captain Marcus?
See if there's any changes before we head into.
Yeah.
What was our goal in that? Like, what were we
Get
supposed to be
more
doing?
information about the Crimson Claw and find out more about their illegal operations.
See if
we
there was
can get
anything
them.
else we could find down in that
Yeah, there
one
was
hideout.
some stuff we
Oh
didn't.
yeah, we're going back to the hideout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so after, I mean, unless Doc wants to cook for us again, I'm just gonna order food and then after breakfast we'll head out.
Sounds good to me.
I'd make breakfast again.
All right.
Here we go.
Make your cooking
Yay.
check.
Legendary
Remember to
breakfast.
unmute people, guys.
No.
Aw.
All right.
Wow.
So, the meal he
Octa
brings
comes
out.
downstairs. Oh,
Sorry,
never
go-
mind. I was gonna say Octa comes downstairs and sees that Doc is about to cook and just gets really excited for a second, like, yeah.
It's the most average meal I've ever made.
Yeah, he brings out something that's not terrible. It's not a bad meal by any means, but it's it's kind of lackluster.
Not
It's nothing
epic.
he's made before. It's like whatever.
Had a long night last night.
I need some action to be re-inspired for my meals. I'm just not quite feeling it today, guys.
Fine. I'm
That's
gonna
alright.
refill my
Appreciate
We've
it.
spent too much time in the city.
Let's go to the
Wait,
police.
can I get
Make sure that
refills?
nothing's changed.
Sounds
What's-
good.
Before we
Okay.
leave, I'm gonna get some refills. How much is that?
All right. Just a couple silver.
All right, cool.
Get those filled back up. It's just standard booze, but it's it fills it up. All right. So you guys make your way back over to the station. You go inside and Piter's there. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, hi. How's it going? Hi, Vala. Haven't seen you in a while.
She did
No,
her
I have
Dragonborn
a
disguise.
Dragonborn mask on.
Oh, that's right. You do. I forgot about that.
So
Okay,
he has to see if he can see through the Dragonborn disguise.
You're right, indeed. Roll a deception check to see how well your disguise is working.
Hi, Panther. What are you doing? Get up here.
Oh,
Oh.
But it depends on his perception as well, which was awful. So yeah, he does not see through your disguise. So you come in. He's like, "Oh, hey guys, where's Vala? Is she not?"
She's feeling a little. She was
Nice.
feeling a little scaly after the adventure we had.
Nice.
Oh, what'd you guys do?
Well, fought a skeleton, couple skeletons, some haunted armor, saved your captain's
Husband's stuff.
don't forget the giant Minotaur skeleton too.
Oh yeah, there was a giant Minotaur skeleton.
What?
Rescued a
Crazy.
caravan.
Mm.
Jeez, man, maybe I should be an adventurer. Do you guys get paid pretty well?
Well, it depends.
The
Depends on
loot's
what you
nice.
define as pretty well.
Go for it.
You're always welcome to join us. see if you
Vala like
you gotta
punches
get
Philip in
approval.
the shoulder.
Gotta get approval from your boss. In
I'm
fact, today
currently
we're
looking
headed.
for a squire to take up arms for Bahatmet, if you were so inclined.
And,
Vala.
and we are looking at going down
There's
into
like
the
an aura of flames around her right now.
we're looking at going down into the Crimson Claw hideout here today and seeing what we can find. If your boss gives you the sign off, you're more than welcome to tag along and see what a little taste of the adventuring life is like.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty great. Yeah, let me go get him.
Captain's
Because I'm sure
permission.
you guys. What's up?
No, she's not. You're good.
Let me go get him because I'm sure you guys want to see him. So I'll let him know you're here. And he goes
Thank
off
you.
back to the office. He's like, brings the captain back. Okay, glad to see you guys are back.
While Peter was gone, Octa gave Vala a comforting pat on the shoulder.
And tell the captain we sorry we've been gone for a bit. Had to head up to or over to Arkis to figure out some stuff with Frecken's vial shipments going missing. Got that all sorted out. It shouldn't be happening anymore.
Yeah, he told me last night. Pretty proud of you guys. Glad I made that recommendation.
And just so you know, while we were up there, something interesting. While we were taking care of that, there was some guy that was off looking at a bunch of old Saurian kings. Not sure how much of any connection there is to your claw problem here, but
Oh yeah, don't forget about the zombies up north.
but
Oh, yeah,
we
the
Well, that's
yeah, the zombies.
not really his issue.
Yeah, somebody looking into ancient Saurian kings, and now this resurgence of the claw is kind of a focus group for Saurian power and what have you. Seemed kind of interesting that they're starting to dovetail a little bit.
Yeah, that's worth looking into. Where was that place?
Where were we when we were doing that?
On the route between here and Arkis.
Is it like in this area? I think
A couple miles outside Arkis, I think.
About
Yeah.
here.
that area. Yeah.
What was that? Dasker or something or other?
Yeah, it's not actually on that point, but it's near where the word is, right?
Yeah. A bit northwest of Arkis is where we uncovered the information and found some stuff talking about a couple expedition sites kind of all over the map here. And we're going to probably go take a look at them at some point. But we wanted to get some more information on the claw for you. We're going to head back down to their hideout this afternoon. And
No, that's
see if we can't find anything else down there.
That's much appreciated. We've sent a couple scouting parties in there. Managed to find really nothing. It's pretty much a dead end. We didn't really want to penetrate too far into that sewer because there's a lot going on in there, and it might be a bit dangerous for us. But you folk look like you've gotten a bit more power to you. Maybe you wouldn't mind delving that for us.
Of course.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Right.
And is Piter still there with us at this point?
Yeah, Piter's he's behind the desk right now.
So Vic will go over to Piter and go, your boy over there says he's got kind of an itch to do some adventuring. And if it was all right with you, he's welcome to tag along with us. We'll do our best to keep him safe and kind of either convince him that he's going to be a good adventurer and get him some training, or scare him right back into sitting behind your desk for the rest of his career.
Yeah, that
Usually shakes out one or the other way.
Really terrible idea. He could get himself killed. In fact, he probably will. In fact, he probably shouldn't come at all. In fact, he probably shouldn't even think about it.
oh. Okay.
Poor Vala.
Doc has actually laughed about that in character. He laughed when he heard
I
that.
was clapping.
Oh man.
Make a persuasion check.
Octa's just silently chuckling like into a fist with his shoulders shaking, trying really hard not to be completely obvious about how hard he's laughing at that.
Man.
I was literally clapping at that.
Clarissa, you can make a persuasion check for that. All right. So Arkis is like, Yeah, well, seems like you all are on board with that, and I kind of need him behind my desk, so maybe some other time.
Woohoo!
Please excuse her.
She's new to the Dragon Way life.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, yeah. I noticed she looks a bit odd.
She's not from around here. And I'm just gonna like take her shoulders, turn her, and just walk her out.
He's gonna lean over to Vic, be like, "Is there a reason she was wearing a mask and all that?"
Honestly, I don't know. It served us well when we were off fixing the vial delivery issue. We found this house where someone had enchanted some armors to kind of split Dragonborn and Saurian types off into like guest quarters and everyone else off into slave quarters. And she was a fair bit of trickery to convince the armors to look that way, and I guess she was trying for the same thing. So,
that's curious. All right. Well, if you guys are heading back that way, we've kind of stoned up that hole that you guys made. So if you're looking to get back in, you're gonna have to go through the hideout again. So,
We'll make sure not to create a hole in the floor again.
we'll do our best.
No
Told you
problem.
guys not to do that.
All right, so we have to head back to the Scalescape hideout.
Indeed. So you make your way back over there. You know, tromping through the
I'll be
city.
right back.
I want to take a quick 5-minute bio everything as we head over.
Yep.
That sounds good to me.
Break time.
Taking a quick break. Tea time.
I initiated a body break, didn't I?
No, Vic did.
Oh, okay.
He suggested we take a 5-minute break while we were traveling.
I needed some Bengay for my shoulder.
Kitty crack.
You got what?
Kitty crack.
Yep, Bengay.
Lovely music. Oh my god, these Sennheiser headphones are brutal.
Brutal?
They're so tight.
It's like all those
Oh.
cool recipes that I want to try.
Yeah.
I'm making a folder on here, mark it, and then try them. Are you all done?
No, we're just taking a quick break. Hi, even here. Absolutely kitty.
Lefty keeps like having it switched.
Love you.
So far, I have no way to show you what I have.
Almost halfway through the book. How many days has it been since I started
How
this
many?
book?
It's been.
The chicken farm.
How many hours have you spent on it?
I've got 22 on it.
23 hours. Okay.
Working a lot. Chicken
It's been
That's all what the full
it's been about 3 days since you got it.
breakfast
Okay,
quesadillas,
3 more days?
Yeah, you have 3 more days until the benefits might dry up, but you also have.
I could do in the crock pot, save it.
That would look good. I can look it up right now if you want.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you came across.
I gotta start looking up Thanksgiving things to start trying out.
Hi, are you smoking? Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, is everybody ready?
Hi, Righty. Hi, Panther. Vic's not back.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Kyle, why are you smoking?
I ain't smoking. I don't know what you're talking about, Chi. I don't know what you're talking about.
With a pen.
No, it's one of, it's a little tweaker. It's just a little flathead screwdriver. It's got Phillips head on the other side. It's a tool you get from Extron for all their products.
Well,
You're a tweaker.
I am. I was eating it. You are to eat. Therefore, I am a tweaker.
it was like
Obviously.
amazing quality, but they are killing my ears because I wear glasses. I do. I've had them tilted up, but like they're so big, I have to tilt it up to here.
They don't look any different.
Having them here to having them like this. Very
My
nice.
headphones just hurt.
Well, then
Okay.
stop complaining.
I have a big head.
I've got a long head.
My head's just generally big.
I've got-
All that brain power, bruh.
Yummy.
My head is,
That's not true at all.
and then just.
It's quite true. Don't put yourself down, Kirsten.
Brad's head isn't big enough for his brain. That's why he has a piece of it growing out next to his ear.
You can't tell. Never mind.
True story.
By the way, I'm using the tweaker to pop open my 2 terabyte drive to get it out of its casing.
Okay.
Fun.
Everybody,
You guys, look how cool I am.
It's bowling.
Not cool
What is
because I
that?
can't see you. So
you got a 300.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yay.
Dog.
got a what? I legitimately Ian's thing is close, so I
He
can't
bowled
see.
a perfect score.
I've got my
God,
perfect.
not again!
No,
you
not again. I
bastard.
haven't bowled. No, not again.
Oh.
This is from Fairway.
Okay, I'm sorry. You
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 both
both got
got-
300s. Congratulations, jerks.
Calm down, guy.
So,
We've been
so when do you
talking about
graduate to bowling
forever.
without the bumpers?
Haha.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, my highest game was like 180 something.
Yeah, I was to say it's my average is like a 170 or something. So I'm.
Oh no, my
a 1
average is probably about a 90 something.
A
But
one,
my best game was like 180.
a 180 average is nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, not at
Yeah,
all.
that's pretty close to what my average is. I should
I
say.
suck at bowling.
My highest average that I managed to get to was like 192.
Yeah, I think that's about the same for me.
Yeah, I've always bowled
I suck
pretty
at
consistently.
Bowling. Yeah, I
so it's like
suck.
150
Yeah.
to 190, like everything.
Between my freshman and sophomore year, I didn't do like any bowling besides for the season. I got back after bowling like a 160 average. The next season, I just jumped out of nowhere with no practice or anything to a 180 average, and kept it.
That's
After,
a good
like,
thing.
2 months of not doing anything bowling, Coming back.
Sometimes you just need a break to refocus.
Yeah.
Yep, I've done that a couple times.
Let's get rolling into the sewer.
Yes,
Up to this
please.
place.
All right. So you find yourselves back at the Scalescape Cafe. Just like before, last time you were here, the place is vacant. You see a few cobwebs are growing in the corners now. It's rather dusty. The lights are all out. Let me actually take your token.
Yeah, tokens would be good,
Yeah, that's pretty important.
especially if we're going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. Panther.
Wait, before we go down there, does anyone have a light?
lefty
now?
finger here. Or no, you have left.
Say that again, Ian.
Can anyone make any light now? Or do we have to use torches?
We have to
I
use
I can
torches.
see some things. I've
Yeah, I haven't.
dark vision.
Next time I level up, I'm gonna be getting the light spell.
I can do that, especially now that we have potatoes.
But no, I don't have anything yet.
Alright. Let me get in the mindset. Okay. Go.
Perfect.
All right. So you guys make it back to the cafe. It's dark.
We make a full
You guys are
Thanksgiving
in the
meal
entrance right
today.
now. You guys doing?
Who's leading?
What are we doing? So
Currently,
we can head
Vala's
back
the
down.
only one who can see.
Yeah. Anybody got a torch?
I can see Cactus. I don't have a torch.
I do. I have a torch.
You're gonna light it up.
Yeah.
Light it up!
Light it up, light it up.
You guys really don't want me going first through everything, because I squishy.
Yeah, you probably want somebody not Vic to go first, because he'll just rage and
Basically,
start
our
killing
two-
things.
We have 4 melee people, so
I can go first.
I feel like you're the one other person we don't want going first.
Doc should be up front.
Alright, Doc can go first.
Yeah, I think so. He's shiny, so all the
Are we
lights-
really worried about anything else being down here? The place is
Well, in the
pretty
sewers.
vacant. Well, yes, maybe when we get to the sewers, we have a little ways to get before we get there.
We've been gone for 2 weeks. You never know what the criminal element does in 2 weeks. They
I'll
were
stay near
able
the-
to, in a matter of a handful of hours, clear the entire place out, so they could easily reestablish in the same amount of time.
As
Arkis,
the main source of light for the group, I'll stay in the middle, so there's kind of a globe around us.
I'll stay at the end.
I just want to do an investigation of the bar and see if there's anything suspicious left around, anything I can find.
Okay.
Any alcohol left?
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Meh.
Is there any alcohol left?
You don't see any full bottles left. It seems like
Damn.
whoever cleaned this place out cleaned it out good. And Arkis, you don't really notice anything on. The place is pretty much empty except for a few broken glasses, a few empty bottles, that kind of thing.
Okie dokie. I'm ready to head down.
Let's go.
All right.
Doc, you want to lead the way, or
Kyle's muted right now.
he totally is?
Sorry, guys. I was talking to
All
Eric.
right.
I didn't want to interrupt.
I think they're looking for you to lead the way. So.
Yes, I will lead the way.
Okay.
And I'll be third back.
You guys start heading down, all grouped together, whatnot.
I'm jumping ahead because Doc's not afraid of heading down here.
Yeah, neither is Arkis.
When you get down there, you notice everything seems to be pretty much the same as it was. The emblem on the floor appears to be scratched out severely, as if they were trying to hide it. All the equipment is abandoned.
Where'd everyone go?
There's even more cobwebs down here than there were upstairs. It's just looking all dusty and destitute.
Okay.
So we found that there were no doors within the rooms to the left or right, right? They're just open areas.
That you saw, yeah.
And I asked Arkis because I know he walks around here.
Yep, I don't remember any doors or anything, but just to be thorough, if we could head down to the bottom room, to the right, with the torch.
This way?
Yeah. There was like a big painting on the wall, right, of like a sexy lady.
That's right. There's a big sultan saurian up on the wall.
I just want to check behind the painting, see if there's anything like Interesting.
Yeah, you lift up the painting and you see behind it is what appears to be an indent in the wall, probably big enough for a safe.
Damn.
But safe.
No safe.
Yeah.
Well, damn, we
That
missed
makes
that,
sense.
didn't we?
Yep.
This was our first
alright.
adventure. We weren't quite used to looking in every nook and cranny.
Was there a painting up top here?
Nope. Just beds. Just a bunch of bunk.
Okay.
Are there any leftover torches or anything on the wall that we could light up so we don't have to worry about just our one source?
We got 2 now.
No,
Two now.
the lighting seemed to be coming from the ceiling somewhere, maybe like a series of braziers, but there weren't any torches or sconces on the walls.
Putting me in between the lay people.
So you
I
guys
say
try the rooms out down bottom.
We find a
right?
way to. Oh wait, they found their way in here, didn't they? The cops.
Yeah, you've been in this. Is the door open?
No, the door's not open.
Yeah, you've been here before.
We have.
No, we haven't.
You haven't?
No.
No, we didn't
No.
get in
No,
this
we
one.
never got
Have
in.
we?
Get it open.
We never got in.
I could have sworn you got in the second time.
There was
no,
no
we
second time.
Second time.
Oh.
We've never
but yeah.
come back here. The police came after us and they opened it up. All we heard was some machinery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We never got
Anyways,
in.
Yeah, so you open that up, and it appears to be an office. There's a bed in one side and a nice throw rug in the middle. There appears to be a cage with several chests in one corner. What do you want to do?
Does the cage have a door?
It does. It is. It's locked by a padlock.
It's locked by a padlock.
Yes.
Hey, Vala, you got them lockpicks?
Yeah.
Because if your lockpicks won't work, I'll barbarian lockpick it.
Oh, man.
Good plan. That sleight of hand again.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Wow. Okay. So you try to give me the lock with your pick set, and it seems kind of an older lock, so you think you might have a good time of it, but unfortunately you just can't seem to click those tumblers.
You want to give it another shot, or you want me to just take a whack at it with the big old hammer?
Yeah. There is something that I haven't really mentioned before called taking a 20, wherein you try to do something and it maybe fails the first time, but if you take an inordinate amount of time, like it's maybe you take 10, 15 minutes to do it, you can definitely succeed, but you don't have that like on the moment success that pressing situations might require.
Yeah. So like
Is
we
it
could.
the same with previous editions where you can take 20 if there's no danger from failure?
Exactly. Yeah. Like if
Okay.
there's
So like
no
disarming
risk,
traps you can't do because you fail it, you get the trap in the face.
precisely. Yeah.
So we could search the rest of the place while she picks the lock.
Yep.
I want to
Good.
check out
I am doing
the,
so.
the desk.
Don't leave my arm alone.
Okay.
I'm gonna move the
Everyone
rug on the
is-
floor.
Oh, yeah.
So do I need to
everyone
roll
is looking
again?
around.
Can't look for
No,
shit.
you don't need to roll again. It'll just take you some time.
I'm pulling up the rug.
Okay.
Just by the way. Sorry.
Okay,
Look
everyone
at the wall.
who's looking around, roll investigation checks.
Arkis can't look for shit today.
Apparently not.
No, no Ben gay for you.
All right, so Doc, you lift up the
Wanna
rug, and underneath is what appears to be several runes carved into a circle, but a lot of it's been scored and scratched, and a lot of the usefulness of whatever runes were there seems to have been removed.
Well, that's good.
Octa, Pow, what are you guys looking at? Pow, you're looking at the wall across.
Yeah, I'm looking at like the walls, all of them in general.
Yeah, you look around, and there's a few lanterns. There's not really much on the walls. It seems pretty unadorned. There doesn't seem to be any other switches or
No.
anything whatnot.
Nope.
See, Octa, what are you looking
At and around the desk.
at? Okay. Yeah, despite Arkis kind of getting in your way a little bit, I'm clearly not finding anything of interest. you manage to find a switch that is secretly underneath the lamp that's sitting on the desk.
Run out. Get something.
Guys, I found a lamp switch, and not one for the lamp.
I thought that's what
Push
was
the
able
switch.
to be.
I like dry rose.
Push it.
All right.
30 and
But push it real good. Ah. All right. Octa pushes the switch.
All right. You push the switch, and the bed moves out of the way. The bed shifts up and leans against the wall, revealing a set of stairs underneath.
How did they not find?
Doc walks over and starts looking down.
How did they not find this?
None of them rolled a 20.
Find it.
No,
So by this time,
Question: did you actually for them when they went to inspect the location?
yeah, of course.
Okay, just
They're
curious.
just, they're just as much people as you guys.
Looking into how you DM. That's all.
So yeah.
hey guys, look what I did.
You did a thing.
Doc's
did
looking
a
down
thing.
the stairs already.
Vala, by this point, you'd managed to
I'll take this.
open up the lock, and inside are 3 chests.
Like I said, just keep an eye on the
Vic will haul the chests out into the main part of the room.
should be fine. It's right in giant needle. So.
2 of them are locked, and the other one
Let
appears
me know
to
if
be
you need anything.
Brad, you're kind of fading in and out.
I am?
Yeah,
Oh, I said
at least to
2
me
of the
you
chests
are.
are locked. 2 of the chests are locked, and one of them is unlocked.
I'm going to open the unlocked one.
I can see you in my camera.
Inside, you find a small pile of gold. There's about 200 silver, 50 gold, and 10 copper. Let me write that down.
Leave my Ben Gay shoulder alone. Eh.
Vala, were you trying to unlock one of the chests?
Yes.
Oh, cow, getting a lot of static
Ah.
from you.
Oh, Kyle.
That's
There
better.
we go.
It's
We're good now.
All right,
Leave me
so the one chest you try to unlock, you open it up, and you see inside there is what appears to be a bag of sorts.
I will open the bag.
You open the bag, and you see a pretty standard-looking bag.
I'm going to take my hammer and try to put it in the bag.
You put your hammer in the bag, and it disappears.
Ow, ow, ow.
It's a
Yeah,
bag
we
of
found
holding.
a holds
I'm gonna-
everything bag.
Hey,
One of those things.
Arkus, come here.
I'll take a
Empty
look at
bag,
the, I'll take a look
and
at the bag.
I show him the bag, and I reach my hand in, grab my hammer, and pull it back out.
Okay. As you reach your hand in, you think about your hammer for a second, reaching for it, and it sort of appears in your hand, and you pull it out.
So would I know what this is?
Make a Arcana check to see if you can determine what it might be.
Come on, be good at something.
There you
Hey,
go.
So based on how Vic handled it and what he's told you, and how it looks, you can tell that this is some form of a bag of holding, but it's not a terribly big one. It might not be able to hold as much as the ones you've heard about back in your hometown, but it's still a pretty decent interdimensional storage space.
All right.
Sweet.
It's a magic
What else
bag
we
of
got in the
holding.
chest here?
The other one.
In that chest, you have nothing, but Vala opens the third chest, and inside you find what appears to be a sword and a dagger. They both have some sort of magical aura about them.
What kind of a sword?
It is a scimitar, actually.
Scimitar.
ooh.
Cool.
Slashy.
I will take the dagger.
Octa hears sword and goes, huh?
How many swords do you have, woman?
Too many.
Never enough. Never enough.
Well, now you can throw some of your extra ones in the bag,
Yeah.
That's true.
so you don't look like
Bristling with weapons,
Yeah.
walking sword cupine.
Yeah.
Vic will grab the sword real quick and hold it and just see what happens.
You feel it in your hand, and it You have that same sort of feeling you get from anything else magic you've touched, but
Now you're high.
Uh,
It's your fault.
otherwise nothing really changes.
Gotta tune into it to figure it out.
Okay,
Midna's
guys. we
high
gotta
on
split up.
Bengay.
Hey, Octa. You want
Huh?
this one?
Sword? I kind
Magic
of look at
sword.
it. I look at it and I'm play around with it a little bit. Just kind of stand back from everyone and swipe, see how it feels.
Yeah, you give it a swish, and it feels pretty good. But otherwise nothing happens.
Valid switches her little dagger.
The same
Does
sort of thing.
anybody
You wave your
Octa like?
weapon around.
Go ahead, sorry, Brad.
Sorry, you wave your weapon around, and nothing really.
Octa like looks at the scimitar, then looks down at her short sword, then looks at the rapier, then looks at the vapid sword, and goes, "Does anybody want this one?"
I'll take it if nobody else wants it.
I
I
mean,
don't
we
need
have
any of that.
we have a bag of holding now. It might not be a large bag of holding or anything, but we could always just put extra stuff in there.
We can sell. Yeah, I mean we can sell it once
At
we
least
get
for
back
now.
up.
At least for now, until we figure out what it is.
You can just sell that dull thing. That dull thing's useless.
The vapid sword.
The vapid sword.
Yeah, whatever you call that.
Right up until we come up to a guard that likes swords.
And himself.
Yee. Look at the shiny.
All right. Unless anybody else wants to. Oh, the runes that were on the floor.
Yeah.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I knew if it was like a transportation sigil or like if I can get an idea?
Yeah, make an Arcana check for that.
Bah.
So you take a look at the scratched out symbols, try to determine the orientation of them, and you think maybe it might have been a teleportation circle, but you really can't really confirm that, and you can't discern what any of the runes what their purpose might be, considering the context of the spell has been erased.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
about all you got.
I'm ready to head down the stairs.
I would go downstairs.
Down the stairs.
All right.
Downstairs.
Going down the stairs.
So I'm gonna have to
Down
move you guys, so hold still for a second.
the stairs. Ba-ba-ba.
All right, so you go inside. And
There's a cat.
Is that
in
a
front of my mouse.
road?
Is that
there
a
is
train?
what appears to be a set of train tracks, which I didn't put on there for whatever reason.
You got a yellow road though. Yellow road.
But there's a yellow a series of yellow lines in front of where the tracks drop down, kind of like a subway, indicating to stay behind it whenever the train might be moving. And you look down at where there might have been a tunnel, and there appears to be a bunch of collapsed rubble covering up the tunnel entrance.
Bum.
Oh,
They're good.
guys, I think we found the big boss's secret exit.
Yep.
Do they
Okay.
have a whole train system running under here?
Apparently.
That's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks like this is something that we'll need to just report back, and maybe we can tell them about this tunnel, and maybe they can get enough people in here to start digging out and see how far the tunnel goes and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause
So we want to head back and
none of us are druids.
pretty much. We want to head back and go to the sewers now. Take the 15-minute slide.
Octa's just gonna do a search in this general area just to make sure there's nothing else to see.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation check for that.
I would.
So you look
too,
around. You look around. You notice there's tracks are running in under the rubble. You see what appears to be lanterns that are lit around the edges. They seem to have some sort of perpetual enchantment on them to keep them lit. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty much empty. It just seems to be a station for the train, and that's about it.
Can I
Is
take?
it platform 9 3/4?
Can
What's that?
Is it platform 9 3/4?
No, unfortunately. What were you saying, Octa?
Arkis, can I take one of the perpetual lanterns off the wall?
Yes, they are free. You may take one.
Woo! I got a lantern, guys.
Hey, it's safer than a torch. Thank
Perpetual
you.
lantern. If there's another
Thank
one,
you.
go ahead and pick one up for. I'll pick one up for Pow if there's another one.
Hey,
the-
it's still fire.
All right.
Never mind.
So you guys heading back to the main area then?
Yep.
Let me shift you.
So I don't know
When
who's
the-
seen.
When the
Any-
bed moved, was that the same mechanical type sound that we had heard earlier?
Make a wisdom check to see if you can match them up in your memory, because it was about 2 weeks ago.
Hearing Vic say that. Hearing Vic say
I don't
that, can
remember
try?
my name.
So you think about it, and you're like, well, maybe it might have
That's
been.
only
I
within
don't
that
know,
one.
perhaps. Yeah, Pow, you get sort of the same sort of result. You're like, I remember that sound, and I remember this sound, but I don't really remember this. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. And by the way, for anyone who's seen any Game of Thrones, the one character who's got like burn scars all over his face is like really the big guy. I think he was called like
The Hound.
God. Yeah, the Mountain. That guy.
The Hound.
The Hound on the Mountain. That's his brother. That's the level of pyrophobia Pow has.
Good to know.
Like Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
starts spreading. He can't do anything. He's freaking out.
Shall we go down the slide?
Seems like the logical next step.
Can I read my book while I'm going down this slide? Like,
No,
Um,
because it's dark.
No.
Oh, Brad, can I be lit up?
You may be lit up.
do we have enough rope to have ourselves tethered to the top when we go down the slide?
It depends on how much rope you have.
isn't this thing like crazy long?
Octa points at her. Octa points at her cloak and goes, "Well, I technically have 100 feet of hemp."
Yeah, I think it's more than 100 feet.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
It's 50 feet twice.
Yeah, I'm saying the tunnel is more than 100.
No, I figured that out after I answered your question. That was just.
Because we definitely searched the bottom room for everything.
I'm gonna take another swig and jump into it.
All right.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and just follow Pow.
I'll follow.
So Pow
Vic.
takes his lead.
I will follow as well.
Almost everyone is in the slide. Doc,
Me too.
Arkis, you guys going down? Or
Yep.
Arkis, you said you were going.
Yep.
Yeah. So Doc, you coming?
Doc, are you
Can't hear you,
muted?
Kyle.
Kyle!
Still muted, Kyle. Kyle, you're too quiet, Kyle. We assume that Kyle gives us all of his gold.
And his
I think it's
weapons,
safe.
and his armor, and his experience.
Well, instantly gets level 5. Skip
Wait,
level 4.
don't say anything when he comes back. Wait for it. Yeah, I got
Just,
something.
and be very, very still.
Hello.
And then the dragon decides to go ahead and breathe its acid breath. Kyle, make a dexterity save. Kyle, make a
Isn't
dexterity
that a persuasion check, Kyle?
Welcome back.
I
Let's go.
think it's
Get on the slide, Doc. Come on.
Cursing the DM, lose a level.
save. With no attempt to make a dexterity save, you're going to take the full force of the blast.
70.
4 negative.
So-
levels.
76 acid damage. That's 35 damage. You're dead. Goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Can I make my mesmer now?
If you actually die, yeah. All right. So you guys go down the slide. You're whizzing by, having a Goonies moment, or the interior of the Death Star, however you prefer.
It's our
Um,
time. It's our time down here.
That's right.
Oh
So
god!
goofy. All right. You guys make it down into.
Oh my god, there's a map!
Brad,
Map.
are we
Boy.
supposed to see that?
Yes,
I'm
you're
so
supposed to see it.
excited.
This looks
You can
just
only
like
see-
last time.
excited.
Certain sections of it. So
Brad, I
This
gotta
seems nothing like it.
I gotta admit though, this kind of looks like a Flash game map. One of those don't touch the spikes when you fall down things.
Well, it is procedurally generated, so it's kind of appropriate.
So remember, nothing of what happened last time. This is the actual layout.
Yeah, let's pretend like you guys all remember what you saw.
Yeah.
All these doors you've opened. That staircase in the middle. That's where you broke out of the stone. All right, so you're in the sewer.
So which room had that hole in it where it went like down?
That was right here.
Aha.
Do we want to check these other places here before we jump down the hole?
Sure.
Just to make sure we remember where it is.
Do you guys want to stay in all in one group, or do you want to try splitting up?
I think splitting up would be fun.
Bad option.
I say split up.
Don't split the party. I mean, last time we were here, we pretty much checked all the rooms, didn't we?
There's a couple places it looks like that we haven't checked yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Like right here. And
I'm down here.
Alright, I'm gonna head.
So
I'm gonna. If we're splitting up, I'll head down to room 9, where there's that door.
okay.
If anybody
Do we
wants.
want to split up into groups
I'll
or?
go with Arkis.
Okay.
I will say S3.
Well,
Oh. Wait, so I'm with Doc and Bala?
Sure.
Okay, that just happened. Cool.
That's literally just happened. Who cares
Alright,
about
so-
talking about it? Let's just go. Question. Actually, Arkis, I'd like to borrow that portable hole,
Sure.
if you don't mind.
Sure, I'll give him the portable hole.
Just don't be putting a bag of holding in the portable hole.
Or vice versa.
Or vice
Or
versa.
vice versa.
We'll break the universe.
We will. Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
so Doc has the portable hole.
So you guys approach. There's an archway there. You pass through pretty easily. The room is dark, but you're all pretty well lit.
I take it
now
out the
that
lantern that I grabbed.
you grabbed a lantern too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. I was muted for that little section. I meant to grab one as well. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I still have a torch too.
We got 2 torches, 2 lanterns.
kind of.
Each group has two items.
Okay.
I'm fucked.
so you're pretty well lit. All right, so you find your way into this room with the light. You manage to see there's a door on the northern end. There's a door on the southern end, as well as another archway leading out.
So, like, north, south.
There you go.
This archway seems to lead through into another room.
Oh, there's more
perhaps.
rooms, guys.
Oh,
Oh,
Checking
there's
this
more
one.
rooms.
they're going.
You try to open that door, but it appears to be wedged shut.
This one is.
The one you're checking. Yep.
Vic, come bust open this door.
He can't
Vic,
hear
come
you.
with us. Do you need me to bust down the door?
We sure, go ahead. Give it a shot.
She just doesn't think-
Before he does that, why am I echoing?
Probably my fault, maybe.
No, it's me.
Knocks, like, takes the pole end of her glaive and kind of like taps on the door in a couple places to see if she can hear if it's like if there's anything on the other side or not.
Okay. So you try to knock on it a little bit, and it sounds kind of solid, almost as if maybe there's something blocking it. Like there's the echo, the reverberations aren't really traveling very far. They're being dampened by something on the other side.
Well, Doc, you can try to break this down, but something tells me there's something on the other side that might keep you from doing it.
All right. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Good. So you said the door was like stuck, like it wouldn't budge.
He said
Yeah.
it's wedged closed, and when I knocked on it, he said it sounded like it was.
All right. I want to try to pull at the door. Well, okay. Look at the hinges. Can the door be pulled open, or is it only a push?
It does not appear like the hinges are on your side of the door.
So I'd have to push through. Okay.
Push it. Yes.
I'll see what I can do.
If
Because
there's
I
no
don't have any better way of opening a door, and it doesn't seem like it's locked. So what is that? Athletics?
Yes. While you're trying that, Arkis, are you trying to open that door down there?
Yes,
It seems to be
Yeah.
locked. But it's loose.
It's locked.
It's locked, but you can tell it can move if it were unlocked. It's
Yeah.
freestanding.
Okay.
Padlock or like a regular indoor lock?
It's part of the door. It seems to be like a deadbolt or something.
I will step out of the way and say, Vic, if you could please, and I'll do the air quotes, pick this lock.
Okay, Vic, go ahead and make a. What are you gonna do? Use your axe or
We'll call
Use
it the
my
Vic
maul.
pick.
your maul? Okay. All right, go ahead and make an attack roll with that.
Look at all these other humans. Look on the screen.
So you hit the door and you manage to splinter it a little bit. But you don't quite break through. It's still standing there, and the lock is still in place. But if you give it another swing, you think you might be able to break it. Yeah, and you bust that door right open. It opens
Right
into an area. What appears to be a hallway, and there is a room to one side.
You gonna lick the wine off of my lips? Is that what you're gonna do?
Don't get the kitty cat drunk.
Buy kitty cat wine.
Eventually, not yet.
I don't think kittens should have wine.
All right, there's to be a hallway with a room and another door on the southern end. An archway leads through to another hallway. All right, you guys up top. Doc tries to break through it. He shoves his shoulder real hard, and you can hear a nice solid contact, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem to budge. It seems like maybe it's being blocked on the other side.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
that
if
is
24
definitely
doesn't budge
blocked.
that
We're
thing,
gonna have
we're
to
not
try
getting
to.
in there.
We're probably gonna have to find some other way around.
All right. Val, are you checking that door down there? Yep. Okay, you see the door. It's freestanding, but it appears to be locked.
She was licking me on the lips before you missed.
Oops, sorry. It's locked, so I'm gonna try to pick it.
Okay. You try once again, but for some reason you can't quite do it. If you're willing to take the time to do it, then you can get it open. But otherwise, you unfortunately
Take your time. Take the 20.
Take my time.
Okay. So that'll take you about 10 minutes to get that. In the meantime, you guys on the bottom here, where are you going? Trying that door down there?
Southern door.
All right. You check it, and it seems to open pretty easily.
I just want to do a quick perception check of the room we're in, see if there's anything interesting, any switches, writing, you know.
All right. Go ahead and make a check, perception. All right. So you look around, and it seems kind of like a dingy sewer room. There's some sludge and there's some cobwebs, but you don't really notice any strangeness. There's nothing that seems worth your time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys open the door on the bottom here, and you see it opens up into a much larger room. That appears to have a door on the eastern wall and a door on the northern wall.
I'm just gonna
All
go
right,
down.
you guys up top. Vala, you managed to open up that door, and it reveals a hallway. That hallway seems to snake around on the left, and there's a doorway inside on the southern side of it.
Doc is following Vala around in this hallway.
Door on both sides here?
There's a hallway to the left, which, as you come around the corner, you can see all the way down with the torch. Seems to be a straight hallway, pretty clear. Bends around to the left of the but there's
I'm
a
gonna
doorway
take that hallway. Start heading down.
I'm gonna try to. Is this door in front of me locked?
You give it a try, and it appears to be unlocked.
Oh, well, I'm gonna open it.
Okay. You open it up, and inside appears to be a pretty long room. There's a door on the southern half and a door on the western side near the door you just came through. All right, you guys on the bottom, where are you going? Arkis, are you checking out that hallway?
Yeah, I want to check out this hallway.
I'm going
All
up to this door.
You go down that way, and there appears to be another little bit of hallway that leads to what looks like were stairs, but they've all been smashed and broken.
Stairs up
they
or
lead
down?
They lead down into a hole, but it's completely covered with rubble. It seems pretty impassable. On the eastern side is another door. Pal, where you're going to that northern door up there? You try opening it, and it opens pretty freely, actually. I wonder.
Cool. I might go through what little light I have.
Yeah, you try to poke your way in there, and you manage to see a little bit, but it's pretty much an open hallway. It's long and narrow, and bends around the corner at the end.
I'll just come back around to the light
Okay.
first.
Vic, are you trying to open that door?
Yep.
Okay. You give it a tug, but it seems to be pretty firmly locked. It's not wedged or anything, but it's locked in place. All right, so you guys, Doc, you've gone around that corner. You see that there's a hallway, and at the end of it appears to be a bunch of rubble has blocked what appears to be another door around the corner.
What kind of rubble? Just like stuff on from the wall door.
Yeah, you can
Or
see there's sort of a
ceiling.
crater in the ceiling above, and some water flowing down over it. You think maybe water damage.
Okay, but there's nothing there. Nothing of value. Nothing.
No, it's
Okay.
pretty much an empty hallway. You guys in the number 10 room down there, what are you doing?
Is the door in front of that locked?
In front of Vala? That one appears to be unlocked. You managed to open it.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay. And inside seems to be a room you're quite familiar with.
Room 4. Okay, I'm gonna go down here. Then is this one locked?
That one is
That's
locked.
what I was doing.
All right. Arkis and your group, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna quick go back over here and just like mention to these guys that if I'm not back in a minute or two to come around this corner, just in case.
Gotcha.
Fair enough. And then we're gonna kick the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna check
All right.
this door.
Go ahead and
Do a
make
synchronized attack.
I mean, if you'd like to try, we can do that.
It'll be our first
Absolutely.
one.
Oh yeah, we have some time to like work this up and be like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
That's
so, so let me bring up those rules. I wrote that a while.
That was a while ago.
Let's see here. Protection.
Kyle,
All
when we do our simultaneous breath attack, in terms
I'm
of
sorry, but
say that
sorry,
again.
go ahead. No, nothing. Go ahead.
We talked about doing our simultaneous lightning attack. I kind of want it to turn into like take our lines and turn it. We like shoot at each other and it turns into a giant cone.
That'd be cool.
In terms of the
that,
rules, I'm hoping that's what we can do.
Yes,
All
I
right.
agree.
So the both of you make unarmed strike checks, and that would just be for Vic. That would just be a standard strength roll, d20 plus strength. Yeah, that should be it. And both of you also roll just a d20, just a flat d20.
Do that.
Oh, you're using your maul for it?
I don't know why I clicked mall.
Okay.
I did not intend to.
No worries. Okay, so you guys pick
Wow.
together. All right.
19,
So you
12,
manage.
12, and 14.
You prepare. You think about it for a minute. You take your time, and you both manage to strike together, dealing a pretty massive blow to the door, and it flies off its hinges and falls several feet across the floor in front of you.
Nice.
Revealing a room.
Just kidding, honey.
Dang.
Already over here is
And
adorable.
as soon as you kick open that door, you get a powerful smell of death and rot.
Oh,
Looking inside,
Oh,
you see
he's
there is what appears to be
chewing my
the
hands.
corpse of a saurian, bloated
Hello?
and rotting,
Hello?
flesh, sort of melting off of it in the decomposition process, laying in a pool of
Yummy.
water just in front of you there.
Is there a
Let's go over.
red neckerchief that we
Yes,
see?
he does have a handkerchief around his arm, but it's covered in his
legitimately falling
body.
asleep here.
Yeah.
Melting up.
She's legitimately falling asleep
It
in
might
the crux of
explode
my
if you
hand.
try to take it.
It's alright.
Arkis, are you trying to open that door?
yes, please.
All right. That
By
is
the way,
locked.
I am trying to make you guys jealous with a kitten on my shoulder.
Yeah,
see that.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Um,
Hey, panther or parrot?
This is Righty,
Oh,
aka Sneezy, who's actually falling asleep in the crux of my hand as a headrest.
I'm gonna try and open it with a thunder wave.
Okay. Go ahead
nobody
and give it
around.
a shot.
There's nobody around.
You can.
First level.
All right. Since the door doesn't have to make a saving throw, then
Auto
you
fails.
managed to hit it very thoroughly. Yeah, you blast out and you manage to do enough damage to splinter the lock, and it swings open, banging back and forth a little bit. And as it does, you hear kind of a noise from inside. It sounds like a deep, angry growl.
Oh no.
I woke something up, guys.
Peter
Uh,
picked the
you see
wrong
inside.
path.
There appears to be a small room with a opening around the corner. All right, the three on room number 10. You guys, are you trying to open that door? I believe it was locked, wasn't it?
Octa and Vala were working on that one somehow together.
All right. You can unlock that door if you want.
is it locked?
Yes, it's locked. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
I could hear that.
Pick it.
As Fala is picking the lock, Octa, I'm gonna do an investigation check just to make sure.
All right. Go ahead and roll that check. Yeah, you look around the room, and it seems, like a sewer room. There's water, kind of pooling in some places. There's a little bit of a smell, some cobwebs, but otherwise there's nothing of interest in there. Bala, you managed to
Sure,
successfully open that.
Dull.
You see inside, there's a hallway that sort of snakes around the corner from where you are. All right, so let's jump back to Vic and Hal. You guys just found a corpse. There's a few doors around the edge of the room, several actually, that lead around. What do you wanna
Check
do?
out this one.
Okay. That one appears to be open. You can open it?
Yep.
All right, you open it up, and there appears to be a larger room with another door around the corner. Vic, what are you doing?
I'm gonna follow him.
Cool,
Okay.
because I need light source.
Yeah, you find your way in. There's a door to the right. Arkis, what are you doing?
I'm gonna lean around the edge of the corner and just look to see if I see anything dangerous.
Are you being stealthy?
Yeah, I'm gonna be stealthy.
Roll
Roll
stealth.
that
check.
stealth check. Call it.
Cause sure, why
Roll
not?
that beautiful stealth check.
I can't move.
All right.
She's asleep on my shoulder. No, it's okay. Leave her for now until I'm done. It's okay.
That's
It's a very crude leather set of shoulders you have there, Kyle.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
yeah. Let me set that to whisper real quick. But yeah, that's what it rolled.
That's unfortunate.
How you know I'm not BSing? Yeah. So you lean around the corner and you hear a very angry growl. Leave.
Is it gone?
What do I
And
see?
as you
Soft
look
love
inside the room,
chunk.
as you look inside the room, you see appears to be a little bit larger chamber, and in the corner is tethered what appears to be a small black dragon.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's chained to the wall, and it seems to be pretty restricted, but you think it might be able to get you with its breath if you're not careful.
Oh my god.
Friend, save it. Write it out of the sewers.
Oh, no.
So I'm gonna stay around the corner, and so hopefully it wouldn't be able to hit me with anything. And I'm just gonna say, what's your name?
You don't need to know my name. Just go. Leave me alone.
Is somebody keeping you here against your will?
What does it look like?
Go.
Did he say
What does it
no?
look like? He said, "Just leave me alone. Just go."
He said,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay right there around the corner. out of his sight.
Yeah, you
At
do
this-
that safely while the other two just firemen kick the door in.
Yeah, at this point, through the door, Pow and Vic, you hear what appears to be the noise of some angry growling. You can hear it through there, and you hear faintly, maybe, Arkis talking, but make a perception check if you want to try to determine who that is. The rest of you, you're coming around the corner here, and you see a long hallway with what appears to
Baby's
be a
excited about
curved
A
long
crying
hallway.
baby.
and a door just to your right. You guys.
Can we have heard the growling?
Yes, I was getting to that.
Sorry.
Pow and Vic, you guys, you hear somebody talking. Vic, you're not sure what it is. Pow, you recognize it as Arkis' faint voice. The rest of you, you guys don't really hear the voice, but you do hear the growling through the wall.
No,
you
I
don't need
don't.
to roll perception.
No, I don't.
But, Vic somehow, or not Vic, Doc somehow manages to not hear the growling, and he just carries on as if there's nothing going on. But the rest
As
of
if
you,
he were
hear,
a wayward son.
exactly, yes.
Carry on our wayward son.
Octa and Volley, you hear through the door what sounds to be growling and maybe a little bit of that growl.
Is the door I'm in front of open?
You give it a try, and it appears to be locked.
Vala, I hear growling. Do you want to open this door or not?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
we don't have to
Another one?
open it, but let me unlock it.
All right.
So I'm give it a shot.
Left.
If you want to take your time with it, you can do it. But otherwise, it is.
Yeah, I'll take my time with it.
Doc.
All right, so you
go,
take about 10
you,
minutes to do
You
that.
go keep checking. I'll stick here with Vala.
Okay, and I start heading down the hallway.
All right, you go around the corner and you see another bit of hallway that leads to what looks like a door. It's just a long, narrow hallway. In the meantime, Vic and Pal, what are you guys doing?
Is the door locked?
Yeah, test the door. Is it locked?
The door actually is open.
Fireman
Well-
kick it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That was fun last time.
All right. Go ahead and roll for it. The same fashion. I need a d20 and your unarmed strike roll.
Wow.
Oh,
You guys
jeez.
you guys are good at that.
Jeez. Yeah. Okay.
I think
You
they just
guys-
became power buddies.
We'll be wrapping up soon.
Smash.
I'd like to wrap
So you
up soon,
guys
I'll say that.
pull
Okay.
your legs back and drive forward, knocking the door again into the room in the same fashion. Slides forward a couple feet, and at that moment, a stream of acid heads
Ugh.
towards you.
So when Kyle logged on before,
Idiots.
Brad was foreshadowing.
Yeah. Nobody realized it.
Sure looks like it.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
For real this time, though, guys.
this is something I can.
I'm good at deck saves.
Yes, you are.
I have a +5.
Brad, is this something that I can see?
Yes. You see
Good.
the stream of acid coming at you. And
Okay. Well,
just beyond
because
it,
barbarians have danger sense. It gives me advantage on dex throws against things I can see.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Nice. Better than the 4.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
This
So
small
because of
dragon.
the distance and you guys just kicking in the door, I'm going to rule that you managed to avoid the acid. It actually, the stream comes right to where the door is, and you see this line of like bubbling goo coming from between you and a dragon, just laying on the ground. You managed to step back just enough to avoid it. And roll initiative. Those of you who are aware of the danger. Vala, you're still in the middle of picking that lock. If you want to speed up the process, you can roll for it again. But currently, you're just taking your time with it. Let me open up.
I don't want to kill the dragon.
Can we save the dragon?
Damn, pal.
I know I'm very conflicted right now because like it seems like the dragon's locked up here against his will, so I feel bad for it. But at the same time, a black dragon is a black dragon.
Is purely evil, always,
Yeah.
So
always.
we might
Do
be
I have
doing the
to
world
roll
a
as
favor.
well if I am aware of combat or not?
You are not currently aware if there's combat. You can hear growling and spewing, but you're not sure where it's coming from or what's happening.
I'll finally turn around because I'm curious. But okay, and I'm also curious about if we're actually going to start this or not. It's been 3 hours or so.
I mean,
yeah,
I would
if
love
you guys-
to, but
I would as well.
I have dinner like pretty much ready for me, so I got to get going.
Yeah,
So we'll call it there. You guys rolled initiative for a dragon, and yeah.
Dragon fight.
Woo!
Yeah.
We don't
Is any-
level up from this.
Is anybody else super glad we went and did the other thing and leveled up before we did this?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm very glad that I shifted to my slightly dragon form when I rage. It's at least I can talk to it.
I mean, was I before when I spoke to it? Was I using draconic or just common?
You're just using common, as
Yeah.
far as I know. You heard.
Okay, I'm gonna go, but this is fun. I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
See you guys.
Bye!
So
So,
what
I'm
age?
really
What age
tempted.
dragon is this?
It's a young black dragon.
Young black dragon. We could take him.
I'm really tempted
totally.
to use that amulet though.
Just stay around the corners and we'll all just like peek in and like do stuff.
I can
He's
barely
chained
do.
up, so we'll have a little bit of an advantage on him.
He stopped. He fired first, so
Yeah. I'm excited.
same.
This is gonna be fun. Screw Kyle and his dinner. He's not even in the combat. You guys just start fighting.
I gotta get going.
Surprise,
Too,
we killed it.
Aww.
See you later.
Alright.
Sorry, Kyle. No,
Alright.
I for you.
See you, Vic.
Next time.
Good
See you
job
guys.
today, guys.
Next week.
See you later.
Bye, guys.